The foreign engagement by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, in the U.S.
Another Savior,
holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyomadika yabika kwa namno. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano, it's another Savior. Just sing along, holy, 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 Nandekano, it's another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 it's another Savior. Getting it right and getting it faster now. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, holy, get it moving right, faster, never freedom. It's another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano, it's another Savior. Another Savior,
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Inyomadika yabika kwa namno. Hey,
Yes, 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 yes. On a well for come on a good morning, and I want to apologize. Mona no verse for we are coming to you guys a little bit early today. No, I'm just what I'm trying to say. Sorry for coming a little bit late. It's I've been doing some one or two work on that behind the scene. That's why we're a little bit late. But Mona no verse. Mona forgive me, I beg. Sorry. Think I got an important message coming on. No. Yes. Now, well, now we don't come. Like we could say, if you know if you didn't day, it didn't day. But this time around, we there here. We are here. As we there here, we there here. And I believe that you guys are joining us today too, from regardless of how we mess up in terms of time this morning. Forgive us. Yes, it's another interesting day, as we all know. We are Nigerians. In waiting the game, we'll talk about, if not about us, we're talking about Nigeria today, as usual. It's good. I promise it's going to be very educating, very insightful, very entertaining, but most importantly, very informative. Not be only me. Men go come join me. We could talk this matter well. So today, as we all know, Nigeria now, every day there's things they happen as they talk. Not bad, good. People are getting married. People they celebrate birthday, engagement. I mean, there's so many things. Not be only bad news. Now we dey get for now for Nigeria. Good things they but I know we know the season where we there now. This is political season, so we cannot go a day without talking about politics. It is important. But we will start from a different angle today. We will be talking about, I mean, it's the season of awards. Buhari has been giving award back and front, left and right to everybody. I mean, this morning I tuned into a channel, Arise. I see Ruben Abati and what's his name, Rufai, display about 4 awards, with the media space awarded them the best TV station, best analyst, and all those according to Abuki Abubuzi all those Lalai award. So today too, there's a magazine, one magazine where they call Muslim 500. Muslim 500. If you are not, if your first time of hearing that name, just like it sound, Muslim 500, a magazine where they keep track of Muslims, especially the leaders, the movers and shakers within that religion space. Magazine where they portray them, how powerful they are, their roles in society and all that. So they rank, the top Muslim movers and shakers across the world. And our own leader, our president, who happens to be a Muslim, we know, emerged as in the 17th place, is the 17th most powerful Muslim in Nigeria in the world. Why following behind him is the Sultan of Sokoto. But if we want to go by political hierarchy, the most powerful Muslims in the world, Buhari for came in 10 position. I think that's something we should celebrate. I won't say our Muslim brother now because we have about close to 100 Muslims in Nigeria, half of the country. So I would say it's a thing for Nigerians to celebrate. But they easy. That means in a way we know they just practice our religion for nothing. So they notice us for waiting we didn't do as a Muslim religious country. Now, don't take it out of context. I can also pronounce Nigeria as a Christian country too because my 50-50. But today is not about Christian, it's about the religion of peace as is generally recognized around the world. So I will give you the story about that one. Tell me how you think, how important this to us as Nigerians, not just Muslim now, as Nigerians, because Muhammadu Buhari is a Nigerian friend before anything. Then we will talk about Tinubu, of course. He's been accused by the opposition party PDP that he's been a tribalist. They call her tribal evangelist. I'm not going to lie. That's the first time I hear that. Those two were in the same sentence, the same phrase, sentence. I never even I never hear that before. Tribal evangelist. Okay, we'll see how that one go. But I mean, I don't even know why it's a big deal coming from the articles count because I mean, maybe waiting and plan to put us through with that, go against each other, religious wise, ethnicity wise, and all that, and point to point. So we'll be talking about that too. We'll be talking about PDP, we're talking about marriage. Just like that, I did one corner, the eye only of his face. I think just they gather there. Because as somebody, my papa get 5 wives, right? And dream of a father is to make sure his son, his kids, outshine him, do better than him in life. So my dream is to outshine my dad in that area. There more than 5 wives. But I would say, I mean, at this age, I've tried once and I failed. So I can't kind of give us a me, I'm an old man to do it. Then again, only of people pop up from one angle, the guy just the hard wives. That give me hope. Say yes. It can still be possible with this kind of economy. So now to see a young man who is getting married to his twins, I don't know. Now buy one get one free. So that's another thing we will be talking about. Will you given the opportunity, will you marry twins? Or will you marry sisters? That should be the art of politics conversation we will have this morning. Yes, so let's first of all let me appreciate our regular, those that actually make it possible for me to wake up this morning and not think about any other things, but think about the show. So talking about man of prestige who actually supported the platform yesterday, Middleman, Jafar, Kulata, Ugulade, and Sam O. Thank you for your support. And to those who are still contemplating to either support this channel, either we the platform need the money or you don't need money. Because look at me, man, I need the money. I don't know what else I get money. But that's not just it. The whole idea is to keep the channel going by bringing more insights and personalities, bringing more shows and different dimensions than what we experience every day. May not be boring, and that is only possible with you guys' support. So thank you for your support. For those who are contemplating, thank you. For those that are going to do it, thank you as well. For those who are going to be on the screen with me today to actually entertain you guys, educate you guys, inform you guys, I say thank you too for getting ready or contemplating if you are not going to come. People won't hear you. Trust me. People won't hear you. Not be only me, they come here to watch. Yeah. Most of people come here because of you and the other guys. The comment section, I don't expect it to be less than what it used to be. Very entertaining too. But let's go into the studio and see. Let's go into the earth and see who is here to enjoy today with me. One and only Ajalen Koko. Ajalen Koko, Ekaro. I don't vex now. My Yoruba is top notch. Ekaro, sir.
Káàárọ̀. Ṣàlàáfíà ló wà.
Àlàáfíà ń wà o. Àlàáfíà ń wà.
Ìyàwó àtọmọ ńkọ́.
Gbogbo wọn wà àlàáfíà ni. Then you say my Yoruba today top notch.
Ìyá okay, make I rephrase am.
Ìyá mi àti ọmọ mi gbogbo wà.
Hold on. Àwọn ìyàwó ńkọ́.
Gbogbo ẹ wà àlàáfíà ló gbogbo wà.
Oh, yeah.
My goal is to beat one man when it comes to Europe, friends in Yoruba. I've taken that now as a challenge. So yes, Ajale Gogo, let's go there. Let me bring you the first dish for the day. It's about our presidents and our brothers, the Muslim community in general. They have reason to actually celebrate one of our own. Yeah, a magazine called Muslim 500. I'll read a bit from from what is in front of me. A former military dictator, Mr. Buhari, was listed as the 17th most powerful Muslim and the 10th most powerful Muslim politician in the world in the latest ranking of the respected Muslim 500 publication. The Muslim 500, a religious publication that rates important Islamic faithful worldwide, has run President Muhammad Buhari as the seventh most powerful Muslim. A former military dictator, Mr. Buhari was listed as the 17th most powerful Muslim and the 10th most powerful Muslim politician in the world in the latest ranking of the respected Muslim 500 publication seen by People Gazette on Sunday night. The Nigerian leader has been ranked among the top 50 Muslim globally since 2015, when he assumed office as the democratic head of state. Mr. Buhari was ranked 17th, trailing King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Said of Sudan, of Saudi Arabia, says Sudan. He ranked number one, of course. Turkey President, should I name that? Recep Tayyip Erdogan. I'm sorry if I don't get a pronunciation. Anyways, the president of Turkey, we all know that, came in fourth position. President of United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Mona, forgive me again, came in as number 8 as the ruler of United Arab Emirates. King Mohammed VI of Morocco came in 7th. President of Indonesia, President Joko Widodo. God damn, I never Widodo. Did I get it right? Widodo. And other influential Islamic scholar. According to the report, he was named the 17th most powerful Muslim figure among the roughly 1.9 billion Muslims today. Just roughly under 2 billion. I thought there'd be more than that. So Muslim and Christian, they no exceed the if we are what 7 billion, and I think Christian is about, it's not more than that figure, to roughly 2 billion. So let's put the two of them together at 4 billion. So we still have like over 3 billion people who don't care about these two religions. That's interesting. So yeah, according to the report, he was named 17. Okay, he was named 17 most powerful Muslim figure among roughly 1.9 billion Muslims today. Muhammad Sahad Abubakar III, Sultan of Sokoto, also made the list, coming in at number 18, just after Muhammad Buhari. Huh. I would always believe that man more powerful than the president, but I guess I'm wrong. The report detailed that around 1/4 of all people on earth are devoted Muslim. Is that right? Yeah. 1/4. In the who is who of the Islamic world, Muslim 500 stated the top 50 individuals are ranked and listed first. The remaining 450 names are then listed, not ranked. In categories of influence, with a small numbers also choosing to be in our honorable mention section to value the notable contribution made in their field. It added, the individual are ordered in each category according to the geographical region: Middle East and North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, Europe, Oceania, North America, and South America. Then in the alphabetical order by country, and finally by surname. This publication combines aspects of a review of the past years, including timeline and statistics, but it also holds to serve as a prospective guide to the new year, much like a who is who. Um, Ajale Gogo,
How you there?
Adeo, I want to ask you, say, which is it right for me to ask you, where
Well,
you belong? Are you Muslim, Christian, Hindu, traditionalist like me?
I belong to the world. Now
You belong.
everything I do. Anything way to save mankind.
Right, I like that. So yes, what do you think? Our president is ranked 17th in the world. I mean, out of 2 billion Muslims, I think that's remarkable. I mean, you don't see it like that.
Thank you. You be here all day? Yeah. Okay. Hey,
Oh, okay.
Ovie.
May I come back to you, Ajanigo?
No, I did. I
Oh,
did. Hey, Ovie.
yes.
Let me first of all greet our listeners around the world. Please click on the like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Look, what Buhari got doesn't matter to us at all. It's not going to bring any significant change in our life. It's not going to bring no economic importance to us as people in Nigeria. It's not going to bring better life for us. It's not going to add any value to us as Nigeria in any way. So it doesn't matter. It is their Muslim newspaper or magazine, and you see all those people that are rewarded or they tag as leaders of the Muslim world. Those are, it's just a way of making publicity of them among the Muslim world to make them popular. So, but to us as people in Nigeria, a secular state where we have a multi-religious state, I mean, a multi-religious country, multi-ethnic country, multi-culture, multi-tradition, it's not bringing nothing to us. So, but to the people in the Muslim world, well, it could mean something, particularly to those one that came first, the leader of Saudi Arabia, Erdogan of Turkey. Those people have brought significant changes in the life of their people in their country. They have transformed their society. What has Buhari done good for Nigerian people? That is the question we have to ask. What has he done good that has transformed the life of our people in Nigeria? Nothing that you can point to. But other leaders that are mentioned in that magazine, they transform the life of their people. You go to Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of development going on. There's a lot of scientific development. There's a lot of, there's a lot of transformational, development going on in that country. If you go to the, what do you call it? What's that? Doha. What is it? Where is that?
The one that's Qatar or United Arab Emirates. Now Dubai, you want to?
Yeah, all of them. Qatar, Dubai, Turkey. Go to those countries. In Turkey, you have the biggest. Turkey have the biggest airport in the world. And why did they do that? It's because to transform their country, to open up their economy to the world, because Turkey is the gateway between the East and the West. It's the gateway between the East and the West, and they make use of that opportunity. I mean, that strategic position, invest heavily on infrastructure. Do you know how many, what do you call it? How many airplanes land in Turkey every day, connecting from the East and the West and from all over the world? That's a big revenue point for Turkey. Do we have, are we as a country, Nigeria, in such strategic geographical location to have the same airport as Turkey? Yes, we do. But what have we done? Did we make use of that strategic location geographical location of our country, you know, to better our country in terms of, you know, revenue. I mean, infrastructure and everything. Did we do anything? No. This leadership failed. This man failed. Nothing. So why they're giving him the award? I don't know. But it's just a way of just, you know, just let us have. That is why I'm not surprised that it's on which number is it, on number 17 or number 7? Which
Yeah,
number? Huh?
yeah. Buhari 17, while the Sultan is
17.
18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but it's
why.
10th among politicians.
What you say?
It's ranked number 10 among Muslim politicians.
Number
But
10 among
17 overall, but specifically as among politicians, Muslims, is 7th. Yeah, it's 10th.
10. Okay, so we should not be surprised why it's far behind. So, but you can see those one in the lead. Those are the people transformed the life of their people, transform their country, and open up their country to the world. Their country is doing very good, but is Nigeria doing very good? No, we are not doing very good. We are a bankrupt country financially. Our economy is going through serious setback. Infrastructure, in bad shape. Educational sector is facing a very serious challenges ever in the history of the country. Health sector, food security, everything is just bad. So the award brought nothing to us. Let's just forget about what it has. But it doesn't. We don't care about that thing. So we just need. It would have been a celebration to us if we have a country that everything is working. Man, Nigerians can look up at their leader that, oh yes, it deserved this, it deserved that, and maybe it would have been number one. It would have been maybe one of the first three in that thing. But uh, let's just forget about him. It doesn't mean anything to Nigerian people. Those people that are being ravaged by flood now, are those the people that we care about? Buhari is number 7 or number 17 on one kind of Islamic magazine. What concern even those in the north that are ravaged by this flood? Would they even want to hear about it? People that their house have been swept away, their farmland have been swept away, their livestock being swept away by the flood due to negligence, incompetence of this man that we call Buhari and his team. So, Ovie, that's my take on that.
All right, let's deal with our incoming leaders. Atiku campaign organizations are crying. They cry because Tinubu, according to them, they say Tinubu is a tribal evangelist. Seek Nigerian presidency to win trophy for Yoruba. So apparently, the endorsement that Tinubu got from the Afenifere, when current leader, being an ex-leader, Faro, I'm sorry, you know where I go, Mano,
Fasaranti.
Fasaranti. Sorry, the name no dey inform me here. So they are so apparently as Tinubu go visit Fasaranti about his ambition, why the man, accepted him and give him his, support. So apparently Atiku picked a fourth from Tinubu, brief speech. So let me read it so you have the detail of what I'm trying to say. They said despite the Afenifere led by Ayo Adebanjo had publicly endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, a former leader of the organization, Ruben Fasoranti, Ruben Fasoranti, on Sunday endorsed Tinubu when the politician visited him in his home in Akure, Ondo State. the People Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Okowa campaign organization, has faulted the endorsement of the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) Bola Tinubu by a former leader of the Afenifere Pan-Yoruba Sociocultural Organization. Despite that, Afenifere, led by Pa Ayo Adebanjo, publicly endorsed the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. A former leader of the organization, Pa Ruben Pastorati, on Sunday endorsed Tinubu when the politician visited him in his home in Akure, Ondo State. The meeting was attended by several Afenifere members and Southwest leaders, but some members of the group, including Adebanjo and the Secretary General Chief Shola Ebishemi, is that right, Jalegogo? Is it Ebishemi? Ebishemi were absent. Reacting to the group endorsement of Tinubu, the presidential spokesperson of the Atiku Okowa campaign organization, Daniel Bwala, in a statement said the absence of Adebanjo and others was an indication that the endorsement was faulty. Bwala faulted Tinubu for saying he would bring the trophy home, describing the statement as divisive. How? If you win the presidency, that's like bringing it home now. I mean, where you go carry and go? Or I don't get it. But again, I know why they are doing this. Others, they don't want us to be talking about how they will fix this, and that is wrong with this economy. But rather, that they give us who find pass. What would they argue? Anyway, so by saying that I will bring the trophy home, that's where the fault is here. Now, that's what they are faulting. He shouldn't have said that. That's tribalistic. Hello, isn't that the song you all have been singing from day one? Anyway, let me continue. He said the statement showed Tinubu is a tribal evangelist, championing an ethnic agenda. I mean, a tribal evangelist. It's funny to me. Right? There you go.
Make Christian go vote for Ramo. They say if you're evangelist now, those Christians where they say now Muslim, where they don't. Tinubu is an evangelist now.
So, I mean, okay. Boala described Tinubu's visit to Fasarantin as the crowing of a rat at night to steal meat from the pot. Now, wow. How much did they pay all these men there? Where did they use this kind word they describe people papa like this? How much are they getting paid? Because it takes money for you to have this kind of confidence and address people with these kind of words. Anyway, he said it was strange because it was not an organized setting of the usual meeting of the highly respected Afenifere. Needless to say, the leader of the group, Adebanjo, and the secretary were obviously absent when he went to in a Gestapo manner. He continued. First of all, the Afenifere we know as through their leader made known their position as to who they support, and it was certainly not Tinubu. Secondly, if it were a meeting seeking to know the right person to support or endorse among the candidates, it ought to have at least invited the leading candidate to bear their take on what plan they have for the country. So to Tinubu, the race to become the president of Nigeria is a trophy to be won and taken to his ethnic enclave. It was not only wrong in his tribal insinuation that not a single Yoruba opposed the tickets. Is that true? No, that's not true. But he also lied because a lot of Yorubas took strong objection to the same faith ticket and to its divisive and religious politics. To say that this ticket is supported by all Yoruba is to say the least. is to say the least disingenuous, false, and condemnable. Tinubu has made no secret about his tribal championship and utter disregard for other ethnic groups in the south, and an utter disregard for other ethnic people in the southern Nigeria. This, this to say the least, is sad and terribly troubling, and Nigeria should rise and condemn this rhetoric at the poll. Ajalego, well, Tinubu wife now pastor, so if we decide, I know the word doesn't actually mean, that's not what they're trying to say, but with the concern of we will interpret them to suit the narrative without actually drifting for what the points they are trying to make there. Yes, the word tribal evangelist is kind of funny if you picture Tinubu and what they are accusing him of, or if you actually want to visualize it like, literally the way it sounds, it's funny. But Ajali Gogo, are you with the Atiku organization what they are they are accusing Tinubu of being tribalistic? Isn't that funny?
Ovie, you dey read am sef, you dey crack your head, say wetin you dey read so.
Like,
Eh?
I don't
I
know.
see you dey pause. I see you dey pause when you dey as you dey read, you say, wetin be this? So
Because I understand saying that political season, but come on, man, there are better things to cry about, not what Tinubu or he himself has been doing. What would be the difference between what they are accusing Tinubu of and what he said in the Arewa House in Kaduna?
okay, first of all, it be like say that they help Tinubu self, that they help the publicize Tinubu. As they don't name him Evangelist Tinubu, it look like that Tinubu and Shetima ticket don't balance now. Make Tinubu go put that title, Evangelist Tinubu, so that Christian you can carry Christian along. So that's number one. Then number two, look, the situation we witnessed yesterday as Tinubu visited Fasanroti, and where the I think Olufaya was when he was blessing him and he was urging him and asking him to bring the trophy home. Does not connote any tribal support whatsoever. No connotation of tribal support at all, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a political statement supporting Tinubu that you are one of us. You have been with us. We know you. You are one of our sons, and we are blessing you. And that was what they did yesterday. And every part of Nigeria, we do the same to one of our own. They will do to one of their own. They will surely bless one of their own that is aspiring for the highest office in Nigeria. So, but what Atiku did was quite different. Atiku made a very, very, tribal political statement. And what he said was very clear. He said, do not vote for Yoruba candidate. No, first of all, he urged the Northerners. He said, what you need to do as Northerner is to vote for a Northern candidate and not vote for Yoruba candidate and not vote for Igbo candidate. So that statement was very clear. That was a very, very tribal statement, tribal political statement, which must be condemned. So there's no way you can compare what came out from the mouth of the candidate itself, Atiku, calling on Northerner to look and vote for Northern candidate and not vote for Yoruba or Igbo candidate. So it's different from the statement made yesterday by Falaye in support of Tinubu that go, we are behind you and bring the trophy home. It's two different statements. You see, PDP is sinking. They like, I mean, it's like a person that is drowning and is just looking to hang on something to stay afloat. So they don't know what to do. They are in serious disarray. The party is not stable. They are hemorrhaging every day. Things are not going right for them. So they should discuss the issue. They should tackle Tinubu. All this a chase of shadow of Tinubu cannot help them in any way. They should tackle Tinubu on issue. They should raise some concern about Tinubu on issue, how APC has governed this country and taken this country in the wrong direction. That is what they should be telling Nigerian people, and not chasing statement that doesn't. The statement did not even. It's not a statement that came out from Tinubu's mouth. So why do they want to hold Tinubu accountable for that? Or why do they want to say, oh, it's a tribal support for Tinubu? They are just chasing the shadow. They don't know what they are doing. They are destabilized. They are facing serious problems. They don't have a sense of direction. They are losing every day because as long as Peter Obi is still in the race, PDP will surely face a very serious setback. They are facing setback as a result of Obi's presence in the race, and Tinubu is moving ahead every day, going from one places to the other, campaigning, strategizing, putting people together. You know, the guy is in the lead. They don't know how to catch up with him. So they should focus on issue and not nonsense. PDP is really facing problem, and they should not hold Tinubu accountable for the statement that another person made. That statement was not tribal, and that's the way I see it, my man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. Rashonama has a question for you.
What do you think of what what Momodu said, that there's never been an election in Nigeria where the South go, where we have multiple candidates from the South, like we have in this current election circle, where they go, whereby they have different candidates, and they have one candidate from the North, or maybe, well, in this case now we have two candidates from the North. I repeat of 1970, is it 79? Is that not what we're going to see? Because if you look at it, and that's historically it has been that way. If we have the kind of election circle like we're having, it's usually that the Southerners they lost. Is that not the case? What Daily Momodu said? Is that not the point?
No. Hey, let me tell you.
Yeah, I think yes. Let me add to what. Let me put in a different way. Maybe you understand what the rationale is saying. What Daily Momodu was alluding to, that anytime we find ourselves in this either tribe 3 ways or 4 ways, where we have two, especially when we have two candidates from the South, we always, one way or the other, he was always working against us, because we always fail to work together. Just like the way Tinubu and we are going head to head now. they will be fighting each other to the point that they will lose to the other side. I think that's what Dele Momodu said. Am I right, Rashida Man?
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is what he said, that these two people now, this Obi and Tinubu, might end up fighting each other till they lose out to the north.
Make I tell
So
you, Dele Momodu is not doing his permutation well. He's just talking into gallery. If he's talking about Tinubu and Obi in the south, dividing the vote of the south, what of Kwankwaso in the north? Is Kwankwaso not dividing his own vote?
yeah.
Or Tinubu?
They're not fighting. Publicly they are not going at that's Kwankwaso and Atiku the way Obi and Tinubu are going at each other.
Can I interject?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Good morning, Ovia. Hey, Baba, greeting. And greeting to everybody on the platform. Yeah, in reference to this subject we're talking about right now, I think I can see the point where it's coming from, because Ovia, I'm sorry, Kwankwaso has no place, okay? He's going to end up, conversing with somebody. So with that point, I can see where Dele Momodu is coming up, because you only have one candidate from the north. So forget about Kwankwaso, whether he's going to converse with Tinubu or the other side. So he made some point, but I'm not really, I don't know how proving that point is making is going to come to be true.
No,
but that's very valid point. Just disregard Kwankwaso. I think that's what
man of prestige. No, it's not. What he's saying is that, I think basically is that, why are we always going at each other when we fight two candidates from the south? At the end of the day, we'll fight each other, so we don't know when to make up and work together. We'll take this two fight until the last day, and we'll end up losing to the other side.
Well, I'm not saying whether they're going to lose this time or not lose time, but he's making some valid point. I think we are all speaking the same,
because I think it has happened before. That's what the example is drawing from there. That's what National is trying to say too. In the
we're speaking the same word, because I don't see Kwankwaso in there. I'm looking at just
it is not about Kwankwaso. It's not about Kwankwaso. We could lose to Atiku too. That's what they are saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's only one legitimate, in my opinion, from the north. We have two in the south fighting against each other. So
no,
can I interject on that?
You still yes. Go ahead.
All right. I think well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I think on that topic, I think Ruben Abati of Arise made some comments regarding what Dele Momodu said. And I think most of the things he highlighted was that the fact that Dele Momodu's analysis might not really consider today's peculiarities, and he listed a couple of them. He said he might not consider the fact that obviously he didn't put Kwankwaso into the equation. Obviously he didn't. For some reasons best known to him, he thinks that the North are going to abandon Kwankwaso. I don't think Ovie thinks so. But
no. I think what is complaining about is about what do we always lose due to our fights within our house. Why is it that the South always lose when there are two candidates within the South? Why can't they work together? That's what it's concerned about.
I don't think the South always lose, because he wasn't even able to type up to two occasions. He cited just one occasion, and it was peculiar.
Yeah.
There was no Muslim ticket going on in that type of election from the South. That is a peculiar case with now. There was no agitation for power to shift from North to South. That wasn't the mood of the country then.
Let's hear from Adego, because he was born there. He was pretty much an adult at that 70 now 80 now. So Adego, what was the atmosphere then of the country?
Ovie.
Yes.
When I said that this guy is not getting his permutation right, and historically, is that in 1979 we had, when he said this happened in 1979, this happened That was not what happened in 1979. In 1979, we had about 3 or 4 candidates, presidential candidates from the north, and we have only 2 from the south. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we had Shagari for MPN, we had Waziri Ibrahim for GMPP, and we had Aminu Kano from PRP. And at the end of the day, nobody could meet electoral electoral requirement to form the government. So they had the option of forming alliance. The 2 leading parties, MPN of Shagari and UPN of Awolowo, started jostling for other parties to form alliance so that they can meet the requirement and then form the government. But at the end of the day, the rest of the party agreed, but Nnamdi Azikwe of MPP went to form alliance with Shagari, and that is how they formed the government. So he wasn't putting it in the right perspective. He was just trying to confuse people by saying,
Ajele Boko, no. If you look at the result of that 1979 election, you tell that Shagari won a majority by virtue of most of the vote he had, and most of the by virtue of what they always say, they have the population in the north. He had the largest number of voters who voted for him. And so that was when they now employed whatever they call it, 25% or whatever they said they use as the basis by which he won that election. But the majority of the states was won by Shagari. Go check that. If anybody can pull it up.
Hold on. Why couldn't Shagari hold on? Yes, Shagari won the majority vote, but Shagari could not form the government until when MPP joined him. So he wasn't putting it in the right perspective. That's what I'm trying to say. That, they will lose. Shagari had the majority vote, but he couldn't win. So this time around, as well, what gives you the guarantee that the Northerner will win? There's no guarantee now. If you don't get votes from the South, how can you win? You cannot win. So Dele Mombodi should be clear with his position and what he's telling Nigeria. He should not be lying to Nigerians. That is my take. Shagari did not win outrightly, but that was what he was putting forward, that, we divided our vote and then the Northerner win. No, Azikwe joined. The Southerner joined forces with him to control the government. So he should put things in the right perspective and not be lying and trying to confuse the people. So that is what that's my position on that. So on this one, Dele Mombodi should be clear. He should tell us the truth. He should not be just lying to us and trying to confuse people because he's trying to sell his political party or his candidate. So
no, I think to be fair to him, I think he's concerned that we should not play like this and lose it. That's I think he's speaking out of concern that the way these 2 guys from the South are just head on up against each other, it might work against them. I think he's speaking from that perspective. I could be wrong, but I think it was just concerned. But again, could you say, is he how concerned is he if he's actually supporting Atiku? Yeah. But let's move on to. Let me take you to another. This is a little bit ridiculous. I wish Vivian is here. This is coming from Ghana. Evil force behind CD's free fall, raising inflation, says Ghanaian Akufo-Addo, that's the president. President Nana Akufo-Addo has described Ghana economic crisis as one of the fueled by evil force. Nigeria, animals they swallow money. Ghana, na evil they make their economy they fall. We are in trouble, West Africans. Um, the President Nana Akufo-Addo has described Ghana economic crisis as one of fueled by evil force as the West African country continue to negotiate with International Monetary Fund IMF on an economic recovery program. We are in crisis. I do not exaggerate when I say so, Mr. Akufo-Addo tweeted on Sunday. For a president to come out and sound very practical like that, I don't know. That's unique. They don't always speak like that. That will send your country into a panic mode. I cannot find an example in history when so many uh, forces have come together at the same time. But what are the forces? You don't know the force? That's a political statement. Mr. Akufo-Addo addressed Ghanaians on Sunday on the economic challenge the country was enduring and the measure his administration was taking to address the situation. Last week, he and other top government officials began a 3-day retreat to discuss measures to tackle the economic problem, finalizing the 3 billion loan deal with the IMF and the government 2023 budget. Wait, 3 billion? Hmm. And that's small money now. Because you know people borrow them from Nigeria. Somebody people borrow them, that's small money now. Ghana inflation rate surged past its 21 years record high in August as its annual inflation rate climbed to 37.2% in September from 33.9 recorded in August. It's in the speed we go up. Mr. Akufo-Addo maintained in his address that he has total confidence in his administration ability to walk our way out of our current difficulty. So if you have a plan, you are so confident, then you can actually work yourself out of this bullshit. What the heck are you saying? Why the hell will you make that kind of tweet in the first place? Saying that we are in a crisis. I do not exaggerate when I say that. I don't think you should come out if you do actually have the solution. Mr. Akufo-Addo maintained in his address that he has total confidence in his administration ability to work our way out of these current difficulties. Mr. Akufo-Addo added that we are not afraid of hard work. We will triumph as we have triumphed many times before. Let us unite. Let us unite and rally around our republic, its institutions, and its democratic values, and insists that under God we will emerge victorious from current difficulties, for this too shall pass. The battle is of the Lord. Oh God, religion will kill us. So you want you to play out like that? God will help us. Everybody go to pray. All right. Mr. Akufo-Addo has promised that the country total public debt will be reduced to 55%, reduced to 55% of the GDP by 2028. He also promised that the cost of serving the country external debt not exceed 18% of annual revenue by 2028. The cedi has depreciated by 56% since the beginning of the year as Ghana struggled to check skyrocketing price caused partly by Russian invasion of Ukraine. Russia. Everybody now go blame Russia. Things don't and Russia together. What you want to get from Russia sef now wheat, which is disgraceful and embarrassing. At the heck, wheat where we go fit produce. I'm not just talking to Ghana now, even to Nigeria itself. Why we go all the way just to fit get wetin we go fit plant? Our soil is very fertile than anyone you can think of in this world, but still, why you go dey blame the Ukraine fight for what you are experiencing? That's I wish being there to explain. Yes, Azale Gogo.
Yeah, we'll be here.
The witches and wizards where they work against Nigerian economy, Nigerians, everything, they don't find their way to Ghana. The president is calling out witches and wizards for being responsible for the economy war.
Do you know that the dollar is about 80, almost $850 today to naira?
Well, we are still there. We are still going there. Now, 1,000 I dey expect before December. I expect we get $1,000.
Well,
No,
can
it,
you can you see
look,
can you see that apart from the Ukraine thing you're talking about, Russia, Ukraine, can you see that these people are starting to mop up the dollar in the system? These politicians who have the naira, because they know that they can't bring the naira to the banks. The only way they can do is go to the black market and get dollars. That way they can secure their money, and that way they won't lose it because they can't take it to the bank. So I mean, you're going to see yet more and more. And it's going to
it's
drag
gonna
that
go
dollar.
to
It's going to
around
put the
before the
pressure on the
election.
naira.
It will reach 1,500.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it's going to go up to that. Yeah.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Yeah, just wondering now because I thought about this, and so I think we are speculating that people with all this hidden money, cash, will go to the black market to exchange the naira for dollar. I thought dollars was like scarce, so I'm trying to figure out exactly how somebody with billions of naira can go to the black market and change it for dollars. Do their bookies have enough dollars to give dollars for that amount of money?
You are talking. You are looking at it. That I think you are either underestimating those aboki on the street that said dollar. No be them get the dollar. I mean, men we get the dollar. They banks, they central banks, they're everywhere. That's where they get it from. They have direct access to the federal bank to get dollars. Than you, me, and you.
You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. So the federal the central bank has to release dollars, right, to the abokis or whoever, to the banks.
Yeah.
Right. So how would central bank, who want to prevent all this money, they want to make sure the money come to the bank, and the money that cannot come to the bank, that they don't want to have them go through dollars. How would they receive? How would they then release tons of dollars for this ill solicited money to be exchanged to dollars? I'm trying to figure out exactly.
Yeah. I think you have a point. Let me give you
something.
We don't print dollars.
Let me give you one
print dollars, right? So
let me give you one example before you come in, rational man. If I have 1 billion in naira cash today, I can approach anybody that work in the CBN. I say, you know what? I'll give you 200K if you can change this money for me. Give me dollars. Dollars will come out. They will tell you say it's not, it's scarce.
But what is it?
200K, you're talking of 200 million. You're talking of 200 million.
Yes. I'll just give you some percentage. That's what I want. And that's the deal I will strike.
And where's the dollar going to come from? Where are they going to get the dollar
from? Forget that thing. Dollar day. Nobody say no day. Dollar will come out.
Okay. No, it's not making sense to me because
I understand you. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The reason it's not making sense to me. The reason it's not making sense to me is that we couldn't pay the airlines, right? Because we didn't have dollars to pay them. They were all threatening to leave. And now we are saying, all of a sudden, we will have dollars, even though they will bribe central bank officials to then give dollars to to exchange.
You need to understand, Nigeria is so corrupt.
Nigeria is that bad.
Can I say something? Nigeria is so corrupt. Nigeria is very, very corrupt that the CBN, people working within the CBN and some other banks, they do all those shady things for people, or the rich, or super rich within Nigeria. So, but let me address something. That's the point you raised. Why would the CBN keep releasing dollars when they claim that dollar is scarce? They can't even pay the airlines who are legitimately doing their business in Nigeria, but they can give out dollars to the people like what's his name, Dangote, and other Boa and the rest of them, so that they can go import or do whatever with their dollars. That is on the one side. One thing is, central bank releases money to banks to sell dollars to people like people who wants to go to abroad for schooling and all those kind of a thing. But the thing is that the banks will tell you that they don't have dollars because they siphon that dollars to their cronies. They sell it, they do round tripping with those dollars. That is on the one side. And then you know that all of us, when we send money to Nigeria, like if I send money to Nigeria, I tell my people, go pick up the money in dollars. That money goes into the hands of the what's it called? This bureau de change on the streets.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to change it. So imagine you, me, everybody send money from abroad. The billions of dollars that goes into the hands of this bureau de change, into their hands. So these are the people that provide dollars on the other side to these crooks, these criminals. They will sell dollars to them and get the dollar. But besides the one they get from the central bank sells to them to sell, to make their own profit. Also, people like you and I that send money, that get money from those banks, and it goes to them to change it from them. That's how they source their dollars. So that's how the dollars. So it's a mess in that country. It's
But
a mess.
can I ask you? Because I'm just curious about this. So if I send dollars, for example, to Nigeria, my family member can collect the dollar, right? They collect it in dollar, then they then exchange it at the Bureau de Change or at the Aboki with the street, value. Okay. Now you tell me on that money, how will the Aboki make profit on that? You know what I mean? Because they're not getting it from central bank directly, right?
Let me tell you this.
Profit.
Let me say something. Let me say something. You see, a lot of factors are responsible to this dollar that's circulating our economy. Number one that is responsible to it is we from abroad that send money home. We, on annual basis, we send between 25 billion to 30 billion dollar to Nigeria. That's a huge money. And where did that money, in which hand did that money end up to? Aboki's hand. So you see Aboki getting more dollar every day, even richer than your central bank. How much does central bank make on annually for the sales of what do you call it? Crude oil that NNPC. Does NNPC even pay them money anymore? So you see, Aboki is the one that benefits most. You can source for some dollar from central bank because they have the connection, and it's getting money from abroad, from us as well. So Aboki is the one thriving in this economy.
So nobody disagrees.
Aboki is the one, and Aboki is the one that is dictating your economy. It's the exchange rate that dictates the performance of your economy. And that is in the hand of Aboki, and it's not in the hand of central bank. So all these things you are talking about, how would they change the money? Huge money, dollars, is in the hand of Aboki.
Let me clarify my question again. I don't think you understand my question. So that's why it's good to dig deep into what exactly is going on. Look, the point, there's two ways you say Aboki gets the dollar, right? They get it from central bank. Okay, if they get it from central bank, they get it at the the official rate, right? Not the parallel market at 400 or 500 or whatever. Yeah. They can round trip. They can sell it for the black market rates. Maybe in this case now 850, as I heard, right? So they are making about 350. That's a huge gap. Okay, so that's from central bank round tripping, right? I can understand that profit there. If the remittance from let's say abroad, right, comes to Nigeria, if I sell it to Aboki, I sell it at a black market rate to Aboki, right? If Aboki turn around and sell that for market rate, the profit that it's going to make is going to be minimal compared to what is the official rate is getting from central bank.
Yeah, you got to look at the volume, though. You don't look at that. It's the volume you got to look at.
I know, but what
you know how much that volume will translate? I mean, if you look at the quantum of how much they sell in a day,
I understand that.
It's the volume you got to look at.
I understand the volume, but I'm talking about just the margin, on each dollar sale.
No, the margin doesn't have to be too big, but the volume.
You just have to make profit.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if it's 1 naira you are making, but you will make profit regardless.
But you do agree with me that getting a dollar from central bank at $500, at 500 naira to $1.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's much better than getting it for 800 and sell it for 850.
Yeah, but you can't get it from central bank though. That's the difference. Me and you can't get it from central bank.
But you know that the exchange rate are different when you are buying and selling at the black market
Yeah, but it's
So
very
you
minimal.
got
It's like
to,
five
yeah.
dollar, $5 or whatever,
That what
10
you are
naira.
that 5 naira or 10 naira you are looking at, man,
Maybe
it's
million.
a lot of money when
No,
you
no, understand
multiply
that.
it with millions.
Ovie, can I interject a little bit, please?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is how I understand about exchange rate, because this very exchange rate you see, when I was in Cotonou, I've been there for almost 20 something years, or given going to 20, 25 years. So I have a lot of all this aboki from Nigeria Republic that change money in semi border and Owede. And I have a lot of my Yoruba Ajashe in Cotonou from Cotonovians in Cotonou that change money inside the Cotonou market called Dantokpa, one of the biggest markets. So these very people that change money, they have their distributor that get money from the central bank. So when that distributor get it at a federal rate, they will now distribute it and give it to their boys that change for them. So they already given, let me say, if this very naira now is like 800 naira, 800 naira for $1, just for example. So they get it 500 naira from the central market, and they sell it to these retailers, those ones that change from people that are going to buy something in Cotonou, Togo, and Ghana. They sell it to their boys. They give it to them 700 naira. Now these very people are fighting to sell 8 something, because at the end of the day, all of them, they know each other and they are with phone all the time. So if they tell you 810 naira, another person will tell you 811 naira, so that you will go back to that very person that tell you 810. And now the first thing they will ask you how much you want to change. They will give you 812 or 809 to make like 19 naira according to the quantity of money that you want to change. They wouldn't mind make 10 naira to change money for you. But what matters is how much money you want to change. Because a lot of our people that always go to Cotonou and buy Tokumbo cars, they go with millions of naira. So 10 naira times 20 million naira they get from there. My brother, you that is an importer, never get that money in a day. But they already sit down there, cross their leg. The billions of dollars is on that their very mat. They sit down with. They don't move out there. They bring money. But if you mistakenly go to those ones, there is some bad ones that will give you 820 naira. Those ones, when you give them their money and you are not careful, when they are counting your naira, remember naira is a huge currency. When they are counting that very naira, which you already count and wrap it up, when they are counting it, they will be snitching money out of that naira, falling on their own leg, while someone is behind them who use their leg to collecting it. So sometimes you see this money that so they will give you, if you want to be greedy, that is those ones that they stay their money. But if you want to get real exchange rate,
But you're right. You're exactly right. I've experienced that.
Yes, go to those ones, because our people come from Nigeria with millions of naira. Some people go buy 20 cars in Cotonou.
Yeah, but you see, the point we're making is, why allow this aboki? Why do we have to allow them to determine the value of the dollars, of the hard currencies to naira?
Yes.
Well,
Now
that
let
is
me explain to you. Let me explain to you. We are not because they have people like someone like Atiku is on top there. They have someone like Abdul Salam, the chief of army staff, is on top there. They will not allow you to go there in that very central bank of Nigeria to go get that very money direct. You must pass it. You must pass them before go get that money. Maybe 5 of top Yoruba prominent men can go and get that money and give it to Yaloja in whatever that knows about exchange. But 100% of people that do this very exchange money is Aboki, Islamic Nigeria, Islamic from Niger Republic.
Okay.
And
Yes, let's move the conversation around. But yes, the dollar currency side now is a big racketing business in Nigeria. It's just like the oil and gas sector. It's big. So people who are involved are not be anyhow people, not top guys. And again, just like what Bartholomew said about the deals in Cotonou, that's a fact. But if you come back to people will get small money to exchange, it varies. If you are selling $500, if you are selling just a $500, the exchange rate they will sell it for you, those are bookies, will be different than if you are selling or you are exchanging 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So the higher the money you want to sell or buy, the price varies, depends on how much you're exchanging.
Yeah, you make
Let's
more money. You make more money when you sell to them than when you
yeah,
are buying from them. When you are selling dollar to them, yeah, you get a better rate than when
yeah.
you are
And
buying dollar from them. So they,
yeah,
they don't lose in any way. So
they don't.
other way, they are making money.
No,
So
Another
hold on.
thing again.
I'm
Wait.
sorry. I'm sorry again. Ajele Koko, it doesn't work like that too. These are our people. This is Yaloja in Oshodi market that go into China every week. That that send money to China to bring their content every week. And all these prominent Igbo people that do all those business. When they are selling this very dollar 800, they're giving to them 750.
Yeah, but that because they are buying, they have
Because
just
the
like you
money,
said in
yeah,
the car, they get
because
money. Yeah, they get a lot
yeah,
of money.
yeah, because
But
the money.
regular people go streets. Regular guy like me want take
No,
200, 300.
me and you, they will take the whole money from us, and they will give the Yaloja and the importers a good rate because the whole money they sell in a day in their store, they send it to this Aboki.
Yes, let me.
I'm talking about Aboki particularly. I'm saying that Aboki doesn't lose in any way, either buying or selling of dollar. Aboki will still make money because it's a
And again,
business.
yes, and they are preview to information ahead, like how
Yes,
the dollar will
yes. So
be the next 3 months,
yes,
6 months. So they have that information,
so
so they know how to work around.
yes,
But but
and
but but,
they
but
and
guys,
and and
the,
and they work according to the demand and supply of the currency of the dollar in the market as well. If they see that the dollar appreciate in what do you call it, in central bank exchange, they will adjust their own price too. So these people are smart.
They
So
work hand in
uh,
hand. Yes.
so,
And
so
again, somebody is asking, how did they get this access? Now, this is now. All those people you are seeing around those campaign councils, supporters, people are spending money to support. Most of those people are into this kind of business, and that's just their own profit. I don't want position. I don't want any contract. I'm in the dollar space. Just make sure I get access to dollar when I need it. That's what some people are working for within those lot of people they are seeing following article about say following everybody around. Some are just their business with that. So they get
and
that they work for that position. They don't just sit down and come give them.
but
They
the
are
question
just
the
as if they
question
work.
we should be talking about, apart from all this thing, this whole thing we've just elaborated. But the question is, how can we get these people out of the system? Because these guys are
And
so powerful. They are so powerful that they hold that country. In fact, it's like they have a desk inside central bank already.
that's
They
a
even
good
you
question.
can't
dispatch
get
all
them.
sorts
You
of.
can't get them out of the
You
system as long as you continue to vote for politicians, because
I
vote
yes,
and
understand. Yeah,
politicians work hand in hand. So we
rational
cannot
mind.
get it, and the situation will never change.
and these guys,
Inflation will
and
continue to
That's
rise.
do you know the billions of
that's
naira
why
if not
Yeah.
billions of naira we're missing from taxing these people. These people don't pay tax. They do not pay
yes,
tax. They come under
rational
one.
mind.
Listen, this is how they do it. They come under one umbrella, one or maybe one Alhaji Seidu, whatever bureau de change, and Alhaji Seidu can have like 1,000 boys working for him. So how do you tax? How do you know income tax for these guys that they're how much they're making? How do you even know? How does the Nigerian government even know how to tax? Look at let me say this. Recently, if you listen to what happened in Anambra State, this man, the governor of Anambra State, he did something that was so very, very, very. In fact, I was so surprised, and I think the federal government now is now doing the same thing. You know all these Baba Jebu, these Baba Jebu people they play Baba Jebu, all these they are bet and bet Ninja whatever they do. You know that up to this moment, these guys they don't even pay tax when they win, whatever money they make. Now Anambra State say will be taxing them. In fact, you have to shut down all the old casinos and everything. that henceforth, if you people must operate, we must be able to tax you. That is how a government should operate. You tax those money. Now, federal government now, I read some days ago, the Federal Inland Revenue says they want to be start taxing all these gamblers. That's what they should be doing. Same thing you should be doing to all these bureau de change. Tax them, get money from them. You make billions of naira.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, rational man. You see the revenue that the government is sharing among all the level of government now come from taxes. It doesn't come from exportation of our crude anymore, because amount that we realizes from crude cannot even pay. It cannot even service our debt. So it is from the revenue from taxes that they are sharing, and that if they can expand on that, we can make more money. But how can they expand on that when you have an environment that is not friendly for business, that is killing businesses? And look, for example, if you cannot access, you don't have access to what do you call it? To foreign exchange from central bank, and to foreign exchange from central bank, you have to go and source from Aboki at the rate of 800 plus, and you import and you do everything. How are you going to sell it? How are you going to make profit? You'll be running at loss. That's the problem.
Let's move on from there. But yeah, but I think Rational Man asks important question. How do we get these people out of there, or how do we start? The first thing is to actually know how these people move around. That's why when somebody is asking me, oh, like what kind of president do you want? To me, it's not just the president. Who are the cabal? Who are those people who are working tirelessly, spending their resources to make sure this person wins? Because those are the people right there. Those are the people who does all this shit. Those people who are bent on. We must make sure these people win. Because now cabal, if we want to take over Nigeria today, me and you, now to get like man that has the resources, maybe 10, 20 people, and get to work. Now, so we take over country and change things. And that's how these people, they keep reinforce themselves, because it's a class, it's a cartel, it's whatever they want to give them, they work like that together. But now the level where we, the masses, need to start coming. Not everybody, but maybe in groups with different agendas and make our demands. Anyway, let's move to the let me give you the last topic of the day, then we'll move to the next question. Yeah, thank you for guys who are supporting the show. Those who are buying coffee, sending cash up, whatever means you choose to support our channel, we say thank you. And we're asking for more.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Good morning. I did log out and come in. I'm second. If I can speak after Jaligoko before I attend my meeting, if you don't mind.
All right.
Thank you.
I just have one small question for Jaligoko, then I'll move to you there. Okay. Jaligoko, this one, I know you will like this one, Jaligoko.
You can go to someone else over here.
Okay. But matter of prestige.
Thank you.
Let me start with this funny. I know you will like this because me, I like her. A man marries twin sisters in Osun State. A video has captured moments on identifying man marrying twin sisters in Osogbo, the capital of Osun State. It was gathered that the man married the twin sisters in Osun State. I don't give more detail like that. In a trendy video, it could be seen flanking by the twin sisters on their wedding day. I mean, shit. Will you take that?
This is straight.
I mean, I thought I'm not gonna say no to buy one get one free.
Look, if I'm allowed to do that, I'll be honest, okay? If I'm in Nigeria or whatever that is permissible, why not? I'll go for it. Of course, it's not obtainable where I am right now. I'll go for it. Let's not be sugarcoating about men. Most men will go.
We day here, we complain about all the evil that is going on in Nigeria, everything, but some people are actually living their life to the fullest.
I need to be the owner of it, okay? That guy with the marriage. about 6 or 7 wives right now. Believe me, if it's permissible, okay. I mean, I'm monogamous, okay. But if it is permissible, man, if for another word, if I'm in a different space,
No, you are just in the wrong location. I think it's very possible and it's allowed. Not just because we're there America that
You know, go tire
you
you.
know.
You feel do 12 7 women.
why is it gonna tire me?
Wow.
Man, those of them, not be every day. The 7 of them don't be every day now. My dad had 5 wives actually. My dad had 5 wives. So
Oh, are you from
but
polygamous
that was
family?
back. Yeah, but
Oh
this
man,
was back
can
in.
you tell me
This
how?
was,
Can you tell me how that works? I mean, I'm from a monogamous family, so I'm not privy to that. But I mean, some of my father's brothers, they're in polygamous family. But can you tell me how that works? I thought it's a problem.
now, yeah, it could be a problem now, but then that the man pull it off. Well, in his own case, he didn't just go for all of them at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, consecutively, because if you look at our age, our eldest who passed 5 years ago, died at the age of 86.
Mm.
So as I did, so I have brothers, I have like 4 brothers who are in their 80s, 70s. So it was back then. Nobody say now what it's very hard to economically to feed one wife and maybe 2 kids or have like multiple of them. So today is very hard. But if you have the money, people are doing it. Just like I think somebody, I don't know if it's this platform, one other platform, somebody said something about that Uni of Ife that
Mm-hmm.
is trying to break this idea of saying now you must only one wife, all this crazy thing that is going on in the world now, you have to marry man, marry all this thing. So he, as an institutional person that is being in existence for only God know how many years, he wants to, actually renew that culture of that is okay to have many wives and all that kind of thing. Somebody said that's the point he's trying to make. I mean, shit. What job again does he have to be to marry? I'll do the same shit if I have the resources.
Hey, you know what that could happen? That could curtail all this cheating and killing of, I mean,
Nah,
that could be.
at the Simon, the man he tried to preach with that, but it's an only now. You get access to free money, everything free for him. So
Yeah, because there's more women than men, particularly in this country. It's like about 5, even where I'm like about 5 or 7 to 1. So okay.
well, one thing about this guy that married twins, now young guy, this
Mm-hmm.
guy, he would be in early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Early 20s, we married twins. So,
Mm. Very
Uh,
interesting.
yeah. I
Very
want to
interesting.
know how in 5 years' time, how the marriage they go, Marrying two different women is different from marrying 2 sisters. That's
Yeah, it could. I mean,
So
it could last long. I mean, even after you marry, I mean, monogamy that we practice here. What's the average marriage? I mean, some of them don't last. I don't know, 50 to 60% of marriage ended up in divorce. So it can never be guaranteed because you marry 5 or 10 wives. Which one is better? But hey,
matter of
good
prestige.
for them. But I'm not in that space right now. So
In that space, I
I,
mean, you are still young. What if you want to retire, go sit down for where you say no
no,
go ever go village?
my wife no go let me now. What do you mean? Yeah, my wife no.
Your wife no will not allow you. Oh, come
Oh,
on, man, you are the
definitely.
man. No, don't let the Indigo hear you say that your wife not allow you. Why would that
No,
happen?
who cares about what
Where's the
Indigo said?
indigo-ness in you that will allow a woman to be dictating for you?
Look, I'm not
How?
that kind of person. Okay, who cares what Indigo said? They have their own
This guy
culture.
is.
I'm only going to speak for me. Okay, I don't care about what.
All right, let's go to a story that matters, a big story that touch.
Okay.
Let's go to the same Tinubu and the usual culprits.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, Atiku is accusing Tinubu of playing the tribal card when he went to visit the Afenifere leaders in Ondo, and he promised them that I will bring the trophy back to Yoruba land. Apparently, that is a taboo. He shouldn't have said that. So Atiku and his family, when I mean family, I'm talking about the PDP,
Mm-hmm.
they don't carry their AK-47 come out.
For what? I mean, that guy is the
Exactly.
highest hypocrite I can say. Why would he even say that? Because it wasn't even Tinubu that said it. From what I understand, it was the guy, the second. I mean, it wasn't the retired man that just came out. and try, that nominated Tinubu for this, for Yoruba, I mean, they are siding with him for the Yoruba, whatever they want to do. But that's hypocrisy at the highest level. So what should be seen there? I mean, it's all politics, but on what ground does he have a right to even say that? Look at what he said previously about 2 weeks ago, when he said Igbo and Igbo and Yoruba, they shouldn't vote for them because they're from the south or that kind of crap he was talking about. He has no ground to say that. But my understanding was, it was just politics playing. But how can that politics work for him? No way, because he already, he's the one already started it, and now you're calling this guy the evangelist.
Man of
Maybe that's good
prestige,
for
I
him.
think you need to go drink coffee, just like I'm about to drink
Exactly.
coffee too. For
But
those who
anyway,
have
let
been
me make
buying
some
coffee to
points.
support the channel, thank you very much, and we appreciate you very well. At
Yeah,
the same time, we ask.
I was
Go
listening
ahead.
to yesterday. I was listening to the topic yesterday. Man, I was gonna come in. I'm talking about yesterday evening. I said, oh no, when those guys were fighting against each other. Look, let me make some points. This is what
Yeah,
I
that
like
was.
about. This is what I like about Ajali Coker. He's one of the most objective person. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with him most of the time. I mean, I agree with him when he becomes very objective. I mean, me and his politics probably doesn't lie. He's supposed to where I support to be, unequivocal. I can't argue that. But that guy is very objective because all what those guys was rankly yesterday. I mean, I think the show lasted for about 5 hours or whatever. I mean, they spent about 3 or 4 hours arguing about somebody endorsing Tinubu. I mean, that is tribalistic to the highest level. I'm going to call them out here, whether they like it or not. One
You,
man, Kulata, Thomas. I mean, who cares? For me, I don't really care what Ohanese do. If they support who they want to support, it doesn't matter to me. To me, it's not going to pivot any people to change their mind. What's the other guy that came here yesterday? Patrick said because
Patrick.
yeah, he said because of what happened yesterday, some of your business are kind of deflated. Because what utterly nonsense is that? How can somebody deflated because you are a big supporter because they are now the Afenifere is kind of divided or whatever, then somebody's going to deflate, their morals. They just come here and make up something,
Man of
I'm
prestige, you
going to
need
call
coffee.
them
Go
name,
drink
let them
coffee.
listen to what I'm saying. If somebody can relate the message to them. I don't play any tribalistic, I come here and I make my point based on I'm supporting Obi. I don't like people who play tribal, card. So all those people I just call, let them know it. They play it, okay? Let them hear it.
They've done the response to you already. Look
I
at the
don't
screen.
care. I don't care. That's why I wanted them to be here. I wanted them to be here to hear me. Yeah. Like
I don't
Kulata be
think they're ready
bringing,
for you. Come back in the evening. I think that's
like
where they get
Kulata be
all.
bringing all those fake data. Try to skew to, let them go rest. Okay.
This morning session now for born again Christian. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
born
I just
again
want to
here.
bring.
We
I
don't
just
find.
want to bring out that topic here, just because I'm trying to comment Ajali Koko. Okay, I mean, the guy. I don't like I said. I don't agree with him most of all the time, but he's very objective. That's the only one from both sides. Both sides does it. I'm not going to say just maybe the western part does it. The eastern part does it too. So everybody does it. But let's be let's be realistic that everybody play that card. It's not just one person. But anyway, let's go ahead with the subjects. I don't really agree what article is saying, but it's politics. I mean, it's just a hypocrisy to the highest level because Tinubu didn't say that, right? So I
Man of
don't know why
prestige.
he's
I might
playing
have to
that guy.
move on
It
to
don't make
somebody
no
else
sense to
because
me.
your network is obedience network. It's we no get money to continue. I don't know if you notice that your screen
Huh?
they freeze up.
Oh,
Your
it
screen
freeze
is
up.
freeze. Yes,
Oh,
off and
I
on.
did for my company right now. Normally, I come to work like once a week, every now and then on Monday. So when I try to log into their internet, I guess it's messing up here. I'm on my this thing. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
hear
But
you
I'm
now.
okay right
Just
now.
go.
I did log off from their internet. I don't know. Maybe they don't want us to use the internet. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But anyway, going back to what I'm speaking. It just it don't make no sense for what I think he's trying to do. I mean, nobody's gonna buy that because Tinubu didn't say
But
it to
wait,
begin. Yeah.
Then wait. What is the point of using the first 5 minutes to fight if you are accusing Atiku Abubakar of what he said about Tinubu? and you're here getting angry for the Ajale Koko, Kulatawa and the rest, trying to analyze that space yesterday. If you
Well,
are saying,
because we're talking about a trapper point, so that kind of remind me of what happened yesterday. I was listening to it. I wanted to come in, but I didn't want to come in because it was so viral. I said, no, this is not for me. I listened to it yesterday. I was home listening to it. I didn't come in. But we are talking about trouble. It had something to do with Ali Ferry, that was discussed yesterday. So that was
yeah,
that.
I think they kind of disagree within themselves who the role of pastorality and
Right.
the pastor.
Ovie, let me just give just about 5 seconds, please. One thing about Ajanle Koko, Thomas, Kolata, and the one man, and enigmatic? So one man, enigmatic, Kolata, Thomas, and is it Solid? Yes. These people are one group of people. So sometimes Ajanle Koko join them as the same tribe. But anytime Ajanle Koko try to correct them, tell them, try to stay aside and speak the truth, they want to swallow him. That is what happened yesterday. Because Ajanle Koko try to tell them the truth about what happened earlier. This Yoruba nation, because they're supporting Obi, they don't want to hear that. They don't want. It is because of Ajanle Koko. If it not be because of Ajanle Koko, one man would have kicked him out or blocked him or mute him. So it's because of his Ajanle Koko telling them the truth. They don't want to hear it at all.
Okay, let me cut him out.
So, but it's okay.
You want me to go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't have any quarrel. I just have to react because I said, I guess we are talking about what I think you do. Try to play a trapper card, which doesn't make sense. So that kind of brings me to the point about what was discussed yesterday about an referee. So to my own point, I'm trying to say it doesn't really matter because I don't think that's going to sway. That's going to sway anybody because two people made a point yesterday. I think it was Patrick and the Kulata saying because of the manifesto and some other things, some of his friends is going to swear them. We're all educated, smart people. You're going to vote who you want to vote. I don't really care. I'm supporting Obi. If he doesn't win, who cares? I don't even care about that in Nigeria that much. Honestly, I'm okay here. My life is here.
Look at you. You are, from your appearance, you are representing Nigeria. I can see the green shirt you are wearing. That's Nigeria right there.
Look, I'm in Nigeria. I'm not going to dispute about what I'm saying. I'm not going to. Yeah.
But
I'm not going to come here,
Prestige,
die because of
Prestige, you say you don't care about
I'm not going to
Nigeria.
die for Nigeria. This is me, okay?
Prestige.
Yeah.
You say you don't care about Nigeria. You are here every day, spending hours with us. If you don't care,
I'm trying to understand that statement too. But anyways,
about dying for Nigeria.
You say you don't care if Obi wins, but you are here every day. Trying to convince everybody.
I want Obi to win, but what I'm saying, if he doesn't win, hey, life goes on. Who cares? That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's my personality.
But you do care about Nigeria. It's just that you don't. If Obi doesn't win, it's not the end of the world. That's what you mean to say, right?
If Obi doesn't win, it's not even a minute.
It won't change anything for you,
No, it's not going to be the end of the world. Not even a minute for me.
That's how it should be, actually.
But the rate at which you work to make sure Obi presidency come to fruition, it's not just
no. I'm not working that hard. I just give my little support. I don't work that hard.
But that's a lot.
You cut that little. You cut that little. You cut that little.
It doesn't matter. A penny, a dollar, it doesn't matter.
Sorry,
I'm just saying.
Sorry, Ovie. I just have to come in. Man of Prestige, you must really drop this act that you've been putting on. You hop from every channel to the other. You spend nearly 24 hours online from one platform to the other, telling them that you don't care about Nigeria, this, that, and the other. You say everybody is tribal, and you are only basing your politics on tribe. So drop the act. It's not a sophisticated act, and come into the conversation rather than keeping on this act. That what do you mean you don't care about Nigeria? There's no platform that happen on that you are not there going on and on, but you don't care about Nigeria. 24 hours a day you are online talking about Nigeria and you don't care about it.
What does that mean?
What? Yeah, you tell me.
No. Don't you misunderstood my point. What I said, I don't care about what happened.
Don't put on an
I'm not gonna
act, man.
Huh?
Drop the act. Drop the act.
So you think I care about Nigeria?
Yeah, well, you don't care about Nigeria, or you're on Empty Head or Sagi every day. You're on Rudolph's channel every day. You are never out of this place. Every 24 hours, you're up, down, everywhere, but telling people that you don't care about Nigeria. If you don't care about Nigeria, then don't care about Nigeria. Act it. Don't. Well, just drop it, man.
Drop
But let me hold on. Let me interject. One man. Sorry for the interject. One man, I always hear you every time says Osagi. I don't know who is Osagi. I've never been into his this thing, whatever. I always come to you, or the other one I used to go before, which I never go again, is my what's it called? This is my brother. This is Anambra guy. Anyway, but I always hear you call Osagi empty head or whatever, or yam head. One man. That is not okay. I don't know Osagi, but that is not okay. I don't like it. Please.
Hold on.
Thank you.
One man, my brother. Let's speak. One man. Who's Osagi?
You're the those space that they were the
okay. No problem. I go to Niger Watch. I go to Rudolph, and I come to you. That's the only three platform I come to.
But you don't care about Nigeria. Every single day you're going on and on about Nigeria. Now.
So man of prestige, please take it back. Say you do care about Nigeria, but you just don't. If Obi loses, it's not going to be the end of the world. That's what you mean to say. You do care about Nigeria, because you cannot say you don't care about Nigeria, visit all this platform or whatever, have this discussion. You care.
Maybe.
And you want Nigeria to have a good president in the name of Obi, and he doesn't care about Nigeria. You want him to have a good president.
No. I think you're like no, but that's fine.
I take the advice. Okay, I don't have an issue when I'm wrong. I will say, to a certain extent, but Barbados, maybe not, but to a certain extent. Let's be real.
You make that statement out of love for Nigeria. That's okay.
That's okay. I mean, I don't have any about that.
Also, it's also plausible that this provides some type of entertainment to people as well. That people just want to be part of a conversation and learn something, not necessarily because they care. Also, so
look, one man makes some good points. I mean, like he said, I have a lot of time. The only time I come to my office is on Monday every time. So most of the time I work from home. So I have free up time. But I do go to a lot of platforms. I mean, morning, afternoon. So yeah, that makes sense. I see where one man is coming in. No problem about that. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Can you come to me next, Ovie? Because I have to.
Yes. I just
go ahead, Ovie, so I can wrap up. Give other people time.
I just have one question for you, but then we'll move on to the next person. Yes, the next person. We talked about now talking about Ghanaian. I mean, you don't care about Nigeria. How would you care about Ghana? I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing.
Don't be bringing that soundbite every time I talk to you. Okay, that's not right.
Hey, I'm saying it with a smile. You just know that I'm just trying to get into your skin. I don't mean anyhow. We all have it for. We know you love Nigeria. You are wearing green. You are here every day. So however you put it, you are our own. You can't run away from us. Yes, let's go to Ghana. Have you been to Ghana?
Okay.
Have you been to Ghana?
No, honestly, I've been to some of the European countries. I've not been to any country in Africa. I'll be honest. No country in Africa I've been to. None.
Good. I hope Vin is listening. Don't go to Ghana. It's just like Nigeria. They are complaining about witches and wizards destroying their economy. Nobody Nigeria start with that.
No, actually, I spoke to a Ghanaian, kind of friend, not friend, but friend Barbados, not like good friend. But he said, the economy is really in a bad shape. I think the inflation is like about 35%, and it's more expensive than Nigeria. It's more expensive than Nigeria. He told me that Accra is very expensive compared to Lagos.
But the question is, yes, the economy is, spinning out of control. But why is the president saying it is witches and wizards and using Bible to justify that? I mean, I don't understand.
Are you serious? You said that?
Let
Wow.
me read it. Let me read it for you.
Okay.
It's just I don't get it. Evil. This is the title of actually. They say evil force behind CD's free fall. CD is the name of their currency, by the way. Rising inflation, Ghana, that's said by the president. Let me read it. President Nana Akufo-Addo has described Ghana economic crisis as one fueled by evil force. You understand that? As the West African country continues negotiation with the IAF, I say IAF, that's the athletics, with the IMF, International Monetary Fund, IAF na International Athletic Federation of that's what it was. Why I will make that mistake. But this is where he actually categorically stated is we are in crisis. I do not exaggerate when I say so. Mr. Akufo-Addo tweeted on Sunday. I cannot find an example in history when so many malevolent force have come together at the same time. I mean,
Wow.
you don't know these forces.
Yeah, what?
What is the witches and witchcraft there? Yeah, please.
I mean, okay.
Well,
Let me continue and see.
yeah.
Mr. Akufo-Addo addressed Ghanaian on Sunday on the economic challenge the country was enduring and the measure his administration was taking to address the situation. Last week, he and other top government officials began a 3-day retreat to discuss measures to tackle the economic problem, finalizing the 3 billion loan deal with the IMF and government 2023 budget and financial policy. Come on, man of prestige. They are just looking for 3 billion. That's how much they are owing and they are crying. You can easily write check for them.
Yeah, we can give them that, That's cheap for Nigeria, I mean,
Right.
Buhari can
So
rescue them.
let
I
me
mean,
let me let me let me continue and see where it
okay.
ends. So Ghana inflation rate surged past its 21 years record high in August as its annual inflation rate climbed to 37.2% in September
Wow.
from 33.9 recorded in August. Mr. Akufo-Addo maintained in his address that he has total confidence in his administration ability to walk our way out of our current difficulties. Mr. Akufo-Addo added, "We are not afraid of hard work. We will triumph, as we have triumphed many times before. Let us unite and rally around our republic, its institution, and its democratic value, and instinct that under God we will emerge victorious from our current difficulty. For this, for this too shall pass, and the battle is of the Lord. They have taken their ashes to the Lord."
Well, that's African. That's African country for you. I mean, like Nigeria, when money this
I'm
I mean,
proud.
snake
No,
they swallow money. So what's the difference?
yes. On a good day, I think I'm proud of them. They are taking after us. That means we are leading. They are following us gradually. That's our style. Anything you blame God, we blame animals. They
Exactly.
don't follow.
That's
So,
Nigeria for you. But anyway, let me go. Okay, thank you, View. Okay, I see you. I see one man this evening. Hopefully, if
all
you
right,
allow
man.
me. All right.
No, one man no get problem. Oh, but even though bring your AK-47, I think one man get bulletproof. He's ready for you.
Oh, I'm ready for one man. I don't care anybody. I'm ready for anybody. Bye
All
bye.
right, man. Appreciate you, man. Thanks
All
for
right.
your support anyway.
All right.
Yes, let's go to, I think it's Babati. Babati. Are you there, Babati? Instead of it for you to be Baba Coffee, or you say Babati. We are now we dey drink coffee here. Are you there? Babati is not there. So let's go to Mr. A. Mr. E, you and Bartholomew
Hey,
first come.
yeah, maybe
Oh
come to
yes.
me later. I'm not ready right
Oh,
now. Yeah.
correct. Bartholomew, are you squatting or deadlifting? Make I come back to you.
No, I'm
You
good.
for
I'm good.
you
I just came
okay,
back
you
from
for
gym now.
call
I'm good.
Baba Ogi. No be Baba
I'm
T.
good.
Call him Baba Ogi. He go answer you now.
Today is
Baba
my
Ogi.
Today is my back workout, so I'm done it already.
Oh,
I always go to gym early morning. So
you want do back workout, you dey go gym. Those days wey we dey work out, we want do back in life for street, car go drive on top of our back.
You know, say sports now don't go to sports now. It don't enter into how they call it internet work and everything. So you have to. They have a lot of machines you can easily use to you know expand your back.
Me, waiting that they do that thing. I just go lie down for express road. One motor would drive on top of my back. My back will just fall.
I know now because you'll be because you'll be Eke Mafia. Eke Mafia means the biggest python in the forest.
That's an Olympic workout. That's an elite program. Just try it, including.
No, we don't go to Olympic. We go to Olympia. Bodybuilding don't go to Olympic.
All right, then let's go there. Come on. Who is having the best of 2022? I think that should be the question. Is it Oni of Israel or this young man who married twins the same day?
These are our people with their plenty wife. If anybody come here, talk say this our how do they call them? Polygamy have been awaiting a new thing for our system. You know, say that person not be from Africa. See, even till tomorrow, our people, our younger ones still married 2, 3 inside the village. Talk less of our king. So my brother, if you can afford the most important thing is that if God give you the wisdom to control 2 women, control it. I have one of my uncle who married 3.
No,
the man don't even.
If there be twins, these are twin sisters.
Yes, now no be today. I don't hear them. I don't hear this kind of thing before now. No. Not even. You get one of my oga, the oga where I serve for Cotonou, from Nibo, from Mbauku, Anambra State, Oka, I think Oka South Abina. The man married 2 sisters. 2 sisters. The one where he first married, now the small one. The big one begin to grow. She never get a husband. Both of them discuss. Both the 2 sisters and the husband discuss. He got married the big one, and they begin to bump again, and they're living well. So you know, life as far as it's not they are not doing it just to spoil other people or to give advice to other people, and their life is moving well, and their home is okay, and they're living fine. If you can control one, some people self can't even control one, and you're talking about people who marry person where they control 7. Some people can. Many of us as a man can't even control 1, and you want to bring your mouth for somebody where they marry 7, which can control 7. You don't know what the person is passing through, the tricks he use. Marriage is all about secret and trick. Women doesn't need much from us. All they need is just a little things. But many of us as a man think that women need too much. No, women need attention and the communication.
Are you talking about the Gen Z women, the millennial women?
I'm talking about. I live in New York. Women here in New York. I live in New York here. Yeah. Women here in New York, they need your attention.
Because there are men, not too many now. They are shan women for that. That's why.
No, be so. Most of the men are in jail.
We are saying the same thing now. So that means women get past men.
You know, if you're a good man, your woman will never leave you. If you're a good woman, you're a good man. Women will always run. They will always run behind you.
Define a good man into this. When there is a high value man, but the problem, low value man.
The problem we are having now is that everything.
What do you mean, Bartholomew? If you're a good man, how you mean by a good man?
What is a good man?
We have there is something different between father and daddy. A father is the one that can have a child without taking care of it, but a daddy is the one that can put eyes and put effort in his family. That's what I mean. A father is the one who can have children. He don't even care what time his children go to bed. If children can be up until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, but a daddy is the one that always call and check. Hey, how are you guys doing? Have you do your homework? Have you found something to eat? What is time now? Please go to bed, okay? It is time for you to go to bed and wake up in the morning and go to school. So that's the difference.
Maybe the guy there another state, another country, they hustle now.
Who?
The dad where they always call. Have you eaten? Been in bed? Have you done your work and all that?
No. I say in every aspect of life, there is something that is different between father and daddy. A father can have a plenty children or about 8 women with 80 different children. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. The woman will be taking care of it. But a dad, this is my dad. My dad always take care of me. It's different. You got to remember back in the days, our father, they don't even have nothing. Most of them, let me just give an example of my own father. My own father, the highest reach he have is his farm and his animals. And when I was small, he teach me a lot about going to farm, taking care of your farm, how to farm, and go to stream, fetch water, and make sure that the goats they are not hungry. You know. So until go ahead.
No, go. Right.
Until I moved to Cotonou. When I moved to Cotonou, they gave me somebody who I served for 4 good years. The man is a very, very rich. I'm talking about that time. You know, all his children, 7 children that he have, school in Nigerian international school in Cotonou. I was the one taking care of them. But you know, I was doing it, and later on, I know that they didn't settle me, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I was thinking that, oh, I was cooking, cleaning, and everything. I was thinking, oh, then my life is gone. But today, actually, I can say that they are the one that built me. You see, so that's very hard working. I learn from serving them. Is what makes me build me up today. Even their children now are even the one. They're even surprised. Hey, that time, this is the person that we are calling Omodo in the Yoruba language, whatever it is. So, but today, your mother is in America. All of you that went to school and studied in Nigerian international school, they're still in Cotonou struggling. So sometimes, you know, it is if we made a mistake in life of doing what you're supposed to do, sometimes it is very hard to return the hands of the clock back. You see. So it's not about marrying 7 children or 5 children. Even if you see one thing women need, even if you have them, if you marry them too, before you step out in the morning, if you buy 1 hand of chicken, just small one, make sure you share them too. Call 2 of them. Hey, take your own. Don't hide it. Oh, go give this one behind. Because the other one gonna think say you don't give this one big past me. You see. So if you can be doing that, your woman will be stuck with you. But anytime one find out say if they give this one past me, the other one can easily be cheating on you. Anytime their mind is out of that very marriage, for you to reverse it back, it is too late. So it is our Father and the gift of God. If God gives you that gift to keep, it's just like in a family. A little one can be the one organizing a whole big family. Even the biggest one can be the one destroying and scattering and quarreling and fighting. But the little one, God can give him that very knowledge, that very wisdom to unite the big ones. The same thing happens in business. The same thing happens in this very leadership that we have. It's not about say you go to Harvard, you go to this thing. If you don't have that very wisdom of uniting, organizing, we lose it. It is a common sense. That's why we talk about this very Nigeria. Most of us now is upset, say, oh, that they don't care about Nigeria. It doesn't mean that they don't care about the country. It's because of what is happening in that very leadership is what tired them. Many of them have give up. Last time my mother passed away, I went to renew my passport in the Nigerian embassy. My brother, I paid everything, do everything. Just New York here that I live, I do everything. Do you know that later on the passport don't even come out? I have to go back there again, find this Hausa guy they call it Obama, you know, in 2nd Avenue, 45th Street in Manhattan. I have to look for him and give him extra $100. Within 2 days, my passport come out. They call me to come and take it. So now I wasn't upset. I said because I'm going somewhere. If it's not
which year be that?
I'm talking about last 2 years.
You don't put that Bobo for trouble now. So you don't mention his name now.
No. Listen, Adelego. This man. No, listen. This guy. I wasn't upset because of
Obama name now. Say Obama.
No, nickname.
Nickname. So
nickname. So
You are
let
being
me tell you
offensive.
something. Let me tell you something. If you're having a problem now, if you now, anybody you know that want to renew his passport in New York here, you have having a problem, just let the person call me. I'll give him the person, that guy number, and tell him that it's Bartholomew. This guy helped one Igbo woman, sister, that his brother died in London. They never go home before. So he's supposed, this is urgent something. He's supposed to go to London, carry the family, go to East. I just call him and say, Obama, my sister is having problem. Because the sister want to take a visa to go to Nigeria in 45th Street, where I work in Manhattan. They refused the woman. They keep turning turning her around. So I just called this guy, say, my brother, I'm having a problem. My sister wants to go to East because of a burial and whatever. He just said, woman, okay, go there, and they will take care of you. Before the sister walk about 20 footsteps to reach from my office to that very office there. Obama don't call them, tell them to take care of that woman. My brother, the woman go pick that visa the following day. So now,
how much she pay? How much she pay?
Nothing. She already pay everything before, and they still turn him up and down. Now the man help him for free of charge because of how me and him connected. How I thank him for little one he do for me. I tell him thank you. It doesn't matter about the money I give you, but what matters is that you promise me to come and pick that very passport, and I went there to see you, and you give it to me. So that is what matters. $100 is a big money. It's not a big money. I can give it for you for free. But what shows me love is that you tell me, hey, okay, the money you give me, I will help you bring it out. And I went there and I see it. But I know a lot of people that came from different states, Washington, Maryland. My brother, they stuck there for 1 week, 2 weeks, and they're paying for hotels. So it's not that everybody. So it's not that some people say that they don't care about Nigeria, whatever it is. Listen, many of us we care about life, because when something happens to you, you must surely care. So this is very language of I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. It don't make no sense. If it happened to you, you will care. So people are upset about our leaders and what is going on in that very. I will not tell you everything I see in that very embassy.
Let's go there because of time. Let's.
So let's go to a different one.
You made a good point. I think what I take here from there is that is Obama, the Aboki guy who is taking care of business.
Yes.
So I know every time we Aboki but do bad thing, now we shout them out. So shout out to Obama in New York. I'll find a time to stop by your booth.
He's a very good guy. He's a very good guy.
Yes, let's go to the last one for you. So I'll move on. Let's make it brief. Talking about Obama, our Aboki Obama. Our president, Muhammad Buhari, is ranked 17th among the most powerful Muslim in the world and ranked 10th among the powerful Muslim politicians in the world, followed by Sudan of Sokoto. What do you think of that award promotion? I mean, that means he's doing well.
My brother, I want to tell you something. This our religion, then they give us, and the Christian and Muslim, then they give us. My brother, it's a common sense. In Igbo language, they say it. They don't chop us. Just our head is remaining empty skull. You see, these very people that give you Islamic, go to Arabic nation, Saudi Arabia, go to Dubai. You will never see them in America working just like me and you are working. Instead, they come here, go to school, and go back to their own country. But this is the people that, if you struggle in Nigeria to make money, you go spend that money in their country as a Mecca. They tell you that you should come over there. That is where God is. That is where you can only pray, and God will answer your prayer, which is a lie. When I was small, my father is not a Christian.
You not be Muslim now. How you go say it's a lie?
My brother.
How you say no? How you say no? Say that lie?
Listen. Okay. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. My brother, you how many times the Islamic people pray in a day? 5 times in Nigeria, and we are still crying. Some even still dying in the mosque. They're praying. They're still bombing them. that one never reach you. Even wait, in America where me and you there now they work. How many times can you leave your job to go pray? If you try it, you get fired, and they're moving forward.
I don't really like that. I don't really like that. If I'm given a choice to choose, I will choose where I go pay the commodity.
My brother, but hold on. Let me address Ovie. Ovie, now where you stand, sometimes you just flip flop. This is the same you that say you don't believe in religion, and now you're kind of like talking about like as if you championing one religion or the other.
That doesn't mean I will not respect you and your religion.
No, I didn't say no. Ovie, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that I didn't respect them.
But but not be you at the top. In this, you don't know where I stand. I don't need to be a Christian or a Muslim to actually support whatever they believe in. I'm not going to there they condemn them now, they against them now. I have no appreciable knowledge of how the religion works. So I can only, appreciate whatever they are doing and move on. So I don't go for me to condemn them. That means I actually know what I'm talking about.
He no condemn now. He say no belief. Say you have to go to Mecca or Jerusalem before you can speak to God.
He say it's a lie. That means that he's not just saying that for him now.
He doesn't believe. He says it's a lie. So is that his own belief?
Okay. Ovie, what I said. Ovie, what I mean. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. What about Christian when they go to Jerusalem? Go do the same thing. It means they lie to their prayers.
No, all those they don't chop their head. They finish now. they don't. It's what they believe. But I'm telling you, for you to have a common sense and believe in yourself and do what you're supposed to do, you don't have to go anywhere. Just believe in yourself and go to school and study. I know a lot of white people here who don't even believe to go to church. My brother, but they're doing well. Okay, let me just give you this very instances. When I first came to this country, 2009, the same year I came, I met one guy, a Jewish guy, small boy, who was even helping me that time. I don't even have a job. He's one that helping me, feeding me and everything. Then when I went to gym, the first time I went to gym, this very guy is one that paid for my gym, $400 a year. So when I went there on my training, working out, the manager on that gym saw me the way I was working out. He asked me, he said, "Do you usually go to competition?" I said, "Yes, only in Africa, but I just came here, not even up to 3 months." The guy is okay. So the guy was interested on my workout. He said that he will help me for training. So me and him started training, and the same year I went to Ohio. So I know what people say about me in that gym. People have been there for years training, because they don't believe themselves. They think, if they never take steroid, they never take supplements, they can never achieve what they want. But me, I believe that the most important thing is to know how to work out and learn a lot of things about workouts. So life is about what you believe. You see, life is all about what you believe. You need to understand is that back in the days, our fathers don't even fighting each other the way we are fighting each other now about Christian and Muslims, and they're still doing well. The biggest achievement they have is their farm, and you see them moving forward. So, but now, instead of we still have too much of technologies now. iPhone comes out every day, Blackberries comes out every day, but still we still having problems. Nigerians, we don't need anybody to help us. God already helped us. We don't need anybody to help us. God already blessed us. And still, we are still having it difficult. So now tell me, who is fooling who in that Nigeria?
All right, Bartholomew. Mega, because of time.
Anyway, thank you very much, Ovie. I appreciate it. And don't worry, I'll still do my own things. Okay, don't worry. If I don't do, Babi, Ajala Koko, a man that I respect so much. Despite that sometimes I fight him because I believe in speaking truth. And what's the name again? Rational mind. The man I respect so much too. Despite that, one man always try to shut him down, but the guy never agree. Every time he want to speak, one man would always come to him. Calm down, settle down, calm down, settle down.
Wait, they do well until you begin fight us now.
No, I'm not fighting.
Oh my goodness.
Leave my show.
Now try to talk now.
Leave my show now before I go fight. Anyway.
Don't worry. If I send you money now, you go call my name. You. That's how I come my name. You call my name. Obi, I love you, Sha, and I love everybody. So I beg, help me greet my mentor, Ajanle Koko. I still love him because me and him still dey fight for one cause. And rational man, rational man have too much of experience. That's why I like him.
So we are expecting you to come back later or tomorrow.
No, they don't allow me. If I want, they know say I get in trouble. One man don't allow me again.
No. That one man show, that one man show they feel full. After 10 people on screen, you know if you join. Even me too. I know this is how they join. By the time I go come, everywhere don't full. I will just stay for the comment section.
Okay. It's true. Yeah. I hear you. I take it back, please. It's not I'm not trying to disrespect him. I take it back. I'm sorry about that. It's my fault.
We are family now, so no worry. We'll not take care.
Yeah. So I want you to help me greet. I want you to help me greet Ajele Koko and Rational Mind first.
To greet, you go pay money to greet them. I don't they greet.
I don't tell you, I go give you money now. If I shall give them money, greet them, I'll pay you.
So Rational Mind. But you know me, I greet you now.
Okay, thank you,
Bartolomeo.
All right.
Yeah. Babati, no. Rational Man was here before Babati. So Rational Man.
I was here. Me, Angelico, and maybe somebody.
So let me
Tiger. I don't know.
Let me come to you now. But before then, I want to say thank you again. I want to appreciate those who have been supporting us so far. Those who have been buying coffee, Cash App, PayPal, via YouTube, every medium that you are using to support us, we say thank you. The coffee is still there, it's getting cold. I never drink anyone today. Let's make it happen. I think I'm getting better in these arts, right? Anyway, let's go there by Rational Mind.
What was the question you were trying to ask?
Question. Let me take you to your favorite place. Anyway, let me take you to your favorite place.
My favorite place, like you know my favorite place, right?
I don't have the favorite place. Your favorite place is what we just get up with Bartolomeo, which is the Buhari being ranked 17th among the most powerful Muslims.
You mean religion?
Not religion. The Aboki. Nigeria space is your favorite now.
Yeah, of course. Nigeria is my. All right. Yeah. So, are you talking about making Buhari the 6th or how many? What's his ranking?
Is the 7th most powerful Muslim in the world.
But I have a question on that.
17th, sorry, 17th, not 7th.
17th.
Yes. Yeah, he was 17th, followed by the Sultan.
So what was that basis by which they gave him that? They ranked him 17th. What was it they said?
Not well. They didn't put the criteria, but I mean, people since
so pious.
No, since the religion this is going to be like your level of influence now. I think that's my own thinking. I think they will base it on your level of influence. What kind of influence do you command? I think I want to believe that.
Yeah, definitely it must be on that level of influence. As in, is it piety or whatever they call it? I mean, is this guy pious? Is this pious? Is he a clean man?
It's actually a magazine that is doing that. The magazine.
I know. I don't even care. I care less. Whatever it is, the rank is, even though it's coming from the Grand Cadi in Makkah. I don't even care. So what I'm just trying to say is, I don't know what's the basis by which they rank some people. We know all these things is just politics. Religion is also some kind of racket. Religion is another racket too.
It's the biggest. It's not there. It's the top.
So you can just imagine what's the basis by which people are being said to be considered as men of God, so-called men of God. This is a guy who never cares about the lives of people. That he has been placed as the head over to protect them. I mean, he jets out anytime. When people die under him, he don't even say anything until maybe he's forced to speak. He's a man that doesn't care. His kids are all abroad. His wife lives abroad. The country is tanking. I mean, the economy of that country is tanking. And it's just, acting like, I don't know what's the basis by which you're making him the 17th Mostly, I mean, are they saying because of the influence he has? Are we talking? Is it influence that really matters in this kind of ranking?
It's presiding over. Let's just take the Christian and other religion out of it. He is presiding over 95 million Muslims in Nigeria. That's
Yeah,
huge.
that's what I'm saying. The angle I'm going to over here is this. What I'm saying is the ranking should not be based on influence, but we know what it is. Like I said, religion is another racket, another kind of means of control. You know, they look at it, how they look at it. Maybe as if it's influence. No, religion is not all about your influence. Now, that was what I mean. If those people, people who read the Quran, who read the Bible, they believe what Jesus did when he was alive. He criticized those Pharisees and those people of his day, or those religious people of his day, those leaders, because they like to be seen by people as the most righteous people. They make laws. They want to influence people's life and everything. But the very substance of the law, which is righteousness, to love one's neighbor, to have love for God, they don't do that. And you're ranking them as they want the high places. They want people to call them big names, most reverend father, the grand Qadi and imam, chief imam. You know, you see, people are really missing the essence of what this religion. You say what?
No, when you say Grand Carry, that's funny. I don't do that.
Yeah, I mean that's what they call themselves now. They call themselves
No, I
grand
know,
Qadi, whatever.
yeah, those are,
So yeah,
those are bogus names.
whatever they call themselves. So what I'm not trying to say is chief imam. I mean, so what I'm not trying to say is what is the basis when somebody does not really reflect the religion? He says he professes to be a member. I mean, the person you are following, Muhammad or Jesus, you say you are following, you don't really reflect. You're not walking in his footsteps. So what's the point? So that's to tell you that religion now these days is not just what it is or what it's meant supposed to be. It's another means of influence and control over people. You know, so I don't know. I don't know why they are ranking him a man who doesn't care about the people he governs, and is a leader.
Well,
He jets out
that's
anytime. He cares less about them. So yeah, that's how I see it. I mean, for me, I don't see anything about that ranking. It's useless to me. It's just used as a piece of paper that I use in my toilet.
all right. And I think you touched on this yesterday. What about it? This Tinubu and Atiku calling each other out for using tribalistic, words and statements and campaign strategy. How do you see that Tinubu calling out Buhari, calling out Tinubu? Sorry, Tinubu Atiku. I don't know. They always mix them up. Atiku calling out Tinubu for saying that he will bring the trophy to the Yoruba land, to bring the trophy to Yoruba land. He was talking to Fasorati and the people who were there after the blessing.
Ovie, sorry, make I ask you something. Please, just one second. Did the port supposed to call Kettle Black?
Well,
yes or no?
Well,
yes or no? No, yes or no?
He said yes, he said no. It depends on what we politics.
I said can port call Kettle Black?
Yes, well, we are seeing it now. I don't know what they talk. No, Paul, you thought should not call Kettle Black, but they are doing it anyway. National mind. What do you think?
Yeah. You see, I mean, Barlomi spoke well. I mean, it's like the situation of PDP and APC is like pot calling Kettle Black. You know, either of them are black, so they are all tainted. So you see, for me, it's how I see it is just. I mean, look at this guy, Daniel Buhala. It was the same guy when he was in APC. You look at the way he washed down PDP. He talks down on PDP, even Atiku. I remember when he was talking about Atiku and all of that. Suddenly now, because of the Christian, you see, these people are people with no principle. They have no principle. They have no ideology. It's only anywhere belly face for them. Whatever they feel they can have their daily bread. They can make their money. That's look at Dele Momodu too that I used to respect. He has joined the bad one of PDP. And you just wonder what is wrong with these people. And they call themselves leaders. They want to lead. So you see, for me, I just look at that Daniel Buala's castigation of Tinubu as what Barlomi just described, pot calling Kettle Black. You see, so yeah, we know as objectively as we all know, even as Angelico said and other people mentioned, it wasn't Tinubu who said bring home the trophy. It was somebody that used that word. I think was it the MC of that occasion of that yesterday. I think I saw the guy was saying bring home that trophy for us, something like that. Maybe it was maybe Olufalaye, I don't know, but then I know somebody said it.
Yeah,
so,
it was Olufalaye.
It's not Tinubu that said it.
It wasn't Tinubu
No,
that said
it was Olufalaye that said it. It's not Tinubu.
So you see, for me, I just say Tinubu is making some moves that are very, very wrong. I mean, this morning now I was looking at the headlines now. I think the way they are spinning it now is Southwest leaders endorses Tinubu, no longer Afenifere. Southwest leaders. So we're going to see how that plays out, because some people say they're expecting the Afenifere, that is the Padibajo's group, to come out, because Ebisheni was not there, which is secretary of Afenifere. Adebanjo was not there. These are the two main stalwarts of that current leadership of Afenifere, the real Afenifere. But now what I'm hearing this morning is that it's now say Southwest leaders endorses Tinubu. So, but the point I'm trying to make there is that Tinubu and his politics, you see, there are certain things he doesn't even need to do. If you want to prove your point that people should vote for you, that you have what it takes, there are other route you can go about it. But when you start employing the same tactics you've been known to be always used to do, division, divide and conquer, that is the strategy we've always been using all this while. And that has been working for him. I know it has been working for him, and that's why you see he's always perpetuating himself as that leader within the Southwest. But people who know him to be that knows that his politics is very toxic. So for me, I don't think he needs that kind of thing. If he wants to do it, maybe like now they're now using the word Southwest leader. Just call some Southwest leader, get their endorsement, say that's my endorsement. That's what I need. Don't use a penny fairy name. That way you don't have to make it model it up again, make it look as if you're desperate. So what he did yesterday.
What about it is deliberate?
Is what deliberate as how?
I mean, I didn't know they are all spitting out tribal sentiments and just to drive their
yeah, I
campaign.
know. But what I'm not trying to say is that it was for me how I see it was a miscalculation for him to have used the name Afenifere. If he had gone with that Southwest leaders endorses Tinubu, that's a different thing. Because Afenifere, what they did was they endorsed somebody of a different tribe within Nigeria, and they gave their reason for that. It's because they believe these people they've not been given that leadership within Nigeria. That is why you can see that RLY is not really criticizing them, because it's a consensus between the Pandef, Afenifere, and Ohanaeze to endorse Peter Obi, because they feel this is the basis. Power must come to the South, and within the South, the Southeast should be the one. On that principle, they stand. Adebanjo's group stand on that. But then, if Tinubu has said, okay, I want to use Afenifere, after they've given their endorsement to Peter Obi, it's now bringing in that's how how they will spin it. Like Daniel Bola is already spinning it now. That is tribal. Even when somebody made that comment that was not even made by him. Look at how they spin it. So for me, I just look at it that you see sometimes Tinubu with his kind of politics. That's why, like I've been saying, I just don't like his kind of brand of politics. So, but then he has done it, but it's a case of kettle calling pot black, or pot calling kettle black. Atiku did worse than what Tinubu did. In fact, Tinubu never said anything. He never said, he never made it look as if he's bringing any trophy home. Somebody just said it among the Southwest leaders. So, but then Atiku did worse. He was talking ethnic hatred, ethnic superiority when he was meeting with the. He used languages that are synonymous to ethnic, like somebody saying, "No, don't vote for these people. You don't need South. You don't need an Igbo. You don't need an Igbo
or Yoruba president
or Yoruba person. It is a northern person." If I look at what he even said, we went further saying that we northerners are more Nigerians than others. We love this country more than the southerners. We champion this country more
Well,
than this. You see, when you start using such a word,
is that not a? I mean, is he lying? They haven't.
no,
It's not lying now.
that is falsehood. That is real total falsehood.
Well, how?
Hold on, yeah, I will tell you. I will tell you how. Almost 95% of the resources come from the south. If the southerner says
Yeah,
no, hold on, no. If the south says no, our resources stays with us. You go and manage your gold or whatever you have over there. We don't believe in that one Nigeria. We want to use our resources for ourselves here. So
but
who's
they've been
more Nigeria in
saying
that
it
sense?
now.
We
They've
are
been saying it.
listen. We are sharing the resources from the south with the north. So who is more Nigerian there?
Okay, because it's one country.
No. That is not the point. The point is who is contributing to the oneness of that country to make that country to remain one. Without the resources from the south, there will be no one Nigeria.
Yeah, but when every day you wake up, the Yorubas are threatening they're going to leave because of what is happening. The Igbos are threatening they're going to leave. How do you expect everybody to concentrate on how to
Thank you
manage the
very much.
resources?
It is
I won't
because,
concentrate on managing.
hold on. The only reason why they feel they have the champion one Nigeria is because they believe in that resources from the south. Because we don't look at it. Somebody just gave an example, and I've always said it on this platform that I do not understand why over 85% of the people in the civil service, in the foreign missions, they are all Hausas. I don't understand it to this very day. And that is why
It's
we
got
have
power.
that's why
Power
we have the
dynamics.
mediocrity in the civil service. That's why we have the backwardness within that country. I'm not saying all Hausas, or I'm not saying all others are half-baked, or their quota system, they're not well trained, but that is what we're seeing. So my point is this: the whole civil service governance and everything, they all find themselves inside that area because they know they are getting things from it, because the resources from the south is what they are using in paying all their salaries, and look at what we're talking about. So what is the one Nigeria there? So my point, Ovie, is that what I'm saying is this: the Southerners believe in one Nigeria more than them. It's just the way they are playing their politics from the north. They want to continue milking the south, getting those resources from the south, because all the solid resources they are the one at the head. Look at NNPC. More than 50% of the people in the NNPC, even in the board, they are northerners, but the resources is coming from the south. The southerners do not have a say in their own resources, how their resources is managed.
Hey, Rational Mike, can I interject?
Don't you say you left now? Go on.
No,
I wanted to say
Go on.
I wanted to say the
Go
same
on.
thing. Go ahead,
I'm just kidding.
Hold on. I didn't say I left. I said I had a short
It's
meeting
okay.
at 10,
Go
but
on,
I'm
go
done
on.
right now. I've been
Go
listening.
ahead,
But
go
anyway,
ahead.
I'm just seconding what he said. I never thought about it like that. Nothing like diversity. And we're not saying that Northerners are not educated. Quite a few of them here are well educated. But if you diversify, talent, that's where you bring the potential of a country. Look at USA. How many? Is it not made up of most of the world? The brain from different part of the world. That's what made this country great. But we are lacking. We just sectionize the brain to one particular area. You can only have so much talent from one part of the country. You have to make everybody inclusive. That's where you're supposed to have a better country. But I just want to interject. I said that was a good remark you made there. Thank you.
Yeah, you see, Clutter, you're asking me where did I get the figure from? Well, I'm not a data person like yourself, but I'm speaking from what I know, I've seen, and maybe I stand to be corrected, but I know many people say it. If you walk around the civil service, you know, I've been in civil service. I live in Abuja for many years, so I know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's a different thing now, but I doubt it if it's a different thing, because what we're seeing playing out is what it is. Because look at it. If you go to State House in what's it called, in Aso Rock there, the top people in the echelon there, the palm sec of the Aso Rock, the palm sec of what they are all northerners. Just give me an example. How many southerners do you see in the position of? Yes, you see them. They are always they are job men that will go and speak public and PR. Maybe the spokesperson for EFCC. You see,
What are you expecting from Tinubu's administration in regards to what you are pointing out now?
You see,
It
I
will?
don't think Tinubu, if we were to be Tinubu of those years, I know he will able to face I mean, that's why that's why to this very day, I still believe that the Northerners don't trust the Tinubu. They don't trust him. They don't trust him. I don't think they're going to allow him to get in there. That's what I think. But let us see. But I doubt if Tinubu can do anything. Even though if Tinubu gets there, the kind of Tinubu that I know today and the way he has carried himself, he would throw anybody under the bus just for him to stay alive, or his political ambition or whatever to stay alive.
So you think he's going to still maintain the status quo in
He
regards to
will
what
keep
you are just
status quo for the most part. He's going to keep the
no,
status
in
quo.
regards to what you pointed out in terms of employment and those in charge of all these parastatals, you think he's going to follow the status quo, or he's going to?
You see, if he dares it, they go derail it. They go derail his government. And also with this kind of state of mind and health, I don't think he has the strength to be able to face them. That's how I see it. The mental capacity and
what about Obi? What about Obi presidency? Can he do it?
You see, like I keep saying, these guys are not the panacea. I don't see them as being the panacea. You see, the only way, like I've said it on this platform and other platforms, that the only way is we all have to come to a negotiating table and renegotiate that country and restructure it. We all agree. But if one person wants to do it, like you say, a president wants to do it, when some certain section, whom we have always known them to be the very arrowhead of that one Nigeria in their own imagination. When I mean one Nigeria in their own imagination, they have their own definition of what one Nigeria should look like. As long as, and they claim to have the majority, of course they have the majority by virtue of the way they've structured that country, they've shared that country landmass to give themselves 19 states, even though most of the states should be in the south. Anything down Niger, the Niger should be considered south, but they ceded even Kwara State, that was even down the Niger, they ceded Benue, they ceded Kogi to themselves, and even Taraba, whatever, to themselves, and maybe Adamawa too to themselves. What are we talking about? So they will claim to have the highest number, the highest population. So I don't believe in that. So unless we come to a round table, all the leaders of different ethnic, every tribe in that country come together, they sit down, have a conference, and restructure and redesign that country and come to an agreement. But that one person is going to do it because he's the leader and he's the most powerful president, I doubt it. Because anybody that gets in there, he wants to pander to the power that be within his government or some imaginary forces that he would need to pander to if he wants to have a successful government. As long as he wants to maintain him, he doesn't want to be toppled, or they don't want them to derail his government by getting him so distracted with so many problems. Either they bring insurrection from somewhere, they send bandits or whatever. So the point I'm trying to just say is this: one person cannot fix it. I don't see Tinubu, not even Tinubu. Maybe Tinubu of those years, probably he might, but not the Tinubu of today that I see. So let me just wrap it up, Ovie. For me, what Afenifere did, for me, I don't see. What Tinubu, what PDP said. The article did worse than that. So what's the point? That's how I'm going to wrap it up there for that question.
All right, yeah. Before I take you to your second home, which is Ghana, no be Nigeria. I know that you prefer Ghana to Nigeria. Before you answer that question, let me acknowledge again. Let me use this example to describe what I'm trying to say. Just as more or less pointing out or complaining, national man, that the Fulani has dominated everywhere. And I at this point, I will let them carry on. Why am I saying this? For God's sake, even the Fulanis are everywhere, right? Japan has taken over the coffee section. It's the only one buying coffee morning, afternoon, and night. So, and tomorrow, now would they say they dominate everywhere? They know how to do it. They have dominated the coffee section of this platform.
Ovie, hold on. Ovie, hold on. You are, I'm sorry to say it. I'm joking. But I think Jafar is giving you all your money back. So make it correct.
So, but the Nigeria now. It's not in Nigeria. It's not your money they give me. We will talk that one later. Yes. On a more serious note, thank you, Jafar, for always doing the needful and support the channel. We are going stronger because of you. So Fulani, Momuna dominates. I mean, at this point, I'm all out for you guys. I'm a member of the Caliphate. Yes, on a more serious note, not joke about. Thank you for everyone that has been buying coffee so far. But now only one coffee I don't drink today. That's not fair. My point is plenty. Now let's go there. The last one for you, rational mind. Yes, one of your favorite country in that part of the world is Ghana. Ghana, of course, just like Kulata already pointed out here before now that the economy is on the free fall. It's not just the Ghana, Nigeria, now the whole world. But what baffles me there is why did they use God name they make excuse? That's the number one citizen of the country with all the body, which is on telling him to lead the direction where to calm people down, but he's telling the Ghanaian that they are in for a very, very rough time that has never happened before in their history. They don't even know where it's headed. But the guy is saying, God will take care of everything that evil people they do, and just like our country they do. Should we be celebrating Ghana for taking for, or should we be celebrating Nigeria for actually mentoring Ghana in that regard?
How are we mentoring Ghana?
They don't use our excuse now. They don't use God, so they're going to use
Oh, you
animal.
mean okay
The
in
snake don't.
religious? You see, it's so
I mean,
stupid. When I see sometimes when people bring in religion, they bring in God, they blame God for everything. Like the other day, with myself and one man here were bantering when he said Ramaphosa was saying that why the US did this. I was like, my goodness, just why don't you just face? They've given you, they told you, I mean, they want to protect their own citizen. I know definitely they must have been sharing intelligence with you guys before. But certainly they don't share intelligence. I don't know whatever. We don't have all the details as to what happened. Maybe they did not do, or maybe Ramaphosa did not get the detail or whatever. Did not get the briefing from his security. I don't know what happened. But the thing is this: as long as you've gotten it, like in the case of Nigeria, they've given you intel that look, this is what is going on. There's a possible terrorist attack. Why don't you people just get on your game, be on your game, and just get on it, rather than start blaming somebody, finding somebody to blame. And I like
well,
Nick Conshe. When you
it's
battle, say
not
I
just
like Nick
Nigeria.
Conshe.
It's not just Nigeria now. Now Ghanaians are blaming
That's what
them
I'm
for the
saying.
economy woes.
That's what I'm saying. African leaders are what Yoruba people say, I like Nick Conshe. When people they have nothing to offer. That's what they say. They will have to look for something to blame. I mean, God will do what, like the other one we had the other day, the minister of whatever, is it environmental, whatever they call him, or whatever, is it water resources, when he was saying that it was God's doing that those flood came. Like, are some people so stupid, or are they so dumb? You see, the point is, you see, this religion. I mean, Ghana too is another place for this so-called Pentecostal fanaticism now. I mean, you see some of the, some of the ridiculous pastors. She would think Nigeria is ridiculous. Go to Ghana, you see some of the most ridiculous pastors in Ghana. Some of them will telling you, say, "Oh, you come and eat my excrement. I will sell it to you." I mean, like, I mean, there's this guys I used to watch your program on YouTube here, Nigeria something. These guys they use just satires. They make mockery of these religious people and all of that. I used to watch that. It's just some of the most funny, not even really funny. So I don't even understand it. You see them, the pastors in Ghana, the way they turn Christianity there to some kind of theatrical spectacle there, where people just go to church and they will just be doing some kind of things that are so stupid. And so that is why you get the kind of things you get in the society when people have been so brainwashed with some kind of religion, so-called Christianity, and then all they think about is they think everything is God. So for me, Nana Akufo-Addo needs to own up to his failure or whatever of his team or himself, and stop blaming and stop trying to see everything from the prism of religion. Like somebody just told us here. I mean, most of us will attest to it. I mean, people here don't go to church. They even really talk about religion, but they're doing well for themselves. Go to Europe. I mean, most of the churches have been turned to bars. They've been turned to restaurants. They've been turned to many things, and I mean, they've been converted to homes. I mean, what are we talking about?
Why
And they are doing well for themselves. I mean,
Ghanaians are spending millions of cedis to build a cathedral. They call it international cathedral.
that is just imagine.
you,
Just imagine.
you are talking
Money
of
that should have been put into health and all that. I'm not saying
oh,
religion does not have its role. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a religious person, but if I look at a religion, or I look at a religion objectively for what it is. But we should stop using this religion as a means of brainwashing our people, putting them under some kind of servitude or slavery, or some kind of mental slavery, and confuse them and make them not to see the real issue. The real issue is there. Take God out of the equation. Do what you're supposed to do and leave the rest for him. Don't even bring him in onto all this kind of conversation. But when we know this Ukraine war and everything has its own role too. The whole world right now is going through economic tsunami right now. I know even that of Putin and Ukraine too is one other thing, because the concentration of the attention of the world is also diverted now because of the possible nuclear war, whatever. So people are not really, investors are really jittery right now. They would want to put their money into some kind of businesses because they don't know what might happen. Maybe there could be there could be a world war, and the whole world will be bogged down in some kind of war, and there'll be another recession, another kind of economic recession, like they saw it in the 1930s. So, this is all about, when there's peace, the economy thrive very well because there's investors' confidence. People are sure of their investment. They are sure of access for loans from banks and investing. But when there is this kind of turmoil that we're seeing around the world right now, it kind of sends this jitters into the system. So, but I know maybe that's another thing that is contributing to this whole thing in Ghana too. But you see, when we fail to do what we're supposed to do, most of these companies like America here and other countries, they have some kind of mechanism in place that insulates their economies to some extent from near collapse or total collapse. They can always rebound. They can always, spring up again, even though if something happens to the economy.
You mean like Nigeria, the way they always go in and out of recession?
Nigeria, you see, Nigeria now by some kind of like by some kind of I don't even see that Nigeria situation. You see, sometimes you wonder, Nigeria, the kind of thing that's going on in Nigeria, but to be some other countries, that country would have totally collapsed. But I think I see Nigeria. Is it?
We are special people. We are
special people in some ways, because I look at them, all the things that are some country it would have just annihilated that country, destroy that country entirely. But we have a way of.
That's what happens when you have over almost close to 100 million Muslim, 100 million Christian are praying for the nation. That's what you get. You can never go wrong.
Are you saying it's a prayer that is propping up that country? No, it's just the people.
Rational man, don't let the vice president hear you. Yes.
What vice president?
Don't let people hear you. So don't be prayer to sustain Nigeria. No, they're not going to agree with you.
Why you going to say prayer and sustain Nigeria? God know they do bad thing now. God know they do bad thing. God know go win. God does not want people to be in the kind of misery that we find ourselves in that country. Almost over 100 million people go to bed hungry every day. Just imagine that.
Rational mind.
So yeah, in conclusion for me, I think Nana Akufo don't need to just own up to his failures or the failure of his team, and put in place real economic plans that would really put Ghana on the road, on the path to recovery and economic prosperity. That's all I have to say.
All right, rational mind. Maybe either your okay. Thank you, rational mind, man. Okay. Time is fast spent. Let me see who is in the house. Babati, Taga in the city, and Play Town. Who they there? See, they're not there.
I'm here.
All right. Okay. Who they talk? Who they talk?
We there.
Who now? I don't get name.
You see.
I'm here.
The movement. You can see the movement.
I'm here.
I can't see the move. Oh, that's the tiger. The tiger in the city. Is that you speaking?
Yes. And I think Playtown too.
Playtown, I'm speaking. Yeah. So whoever.
Oh, Playtown. Okay, I'll come to you. No, let me go to tiger in there because I think he was here before you.
All right, sure.
But I'll come to you. I'll make it small.
Sure.
Tiger in the city. Oh, Tiger, which city you they say? I don't know where they in my city. They hide from you. You be
I'm
Tiger.
in UK now.
Okay, you are far from me.
So not far away from one man.
Good. You know if you attack me, so I know they fear Tiger.
I feel attack. If I don't attack you, I feel attack one man now. If I don't get you, I'll go get one man.
Well, good luck. That's what I would say. Yes. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me once again say thank you to Jafar and everyone out there who has been contributing to the show. Uh, your effort is being recognized, and forget that they play here at it. Really appreciate the donation that's coming via Cash App, coffee, and every other one. So thank you very much for everyone that is being, and those who are still trying, who are hustling too. I know how it is. Uh, your effort is noticed too, and I say thank you. But most importantly, anybody who's hearing this voice, thank you. If you are watching me right now, thank you. Now let's go, Tiger in the Sea. You don't marry.
Uh, I'm the old man now.
Okay. Oh, you old man. So
No, I'm not
you
the
don't
old
dey
man.
marry.
I'm still Nigerian standard. I'm still young. We all count ourselves as youth, don't we?
Ah, all right. So you married, huh? So
Yeah. So in your
good.
50s, they still look at you. You can still become a leader of the youth, right? In
No be,
political
no be,
parties, you become leader
no
of
be
the.
their,
Huh,
no be
like
their
show where
fault. Na economy,
I mean
no be their fault.
they call
No
show
be their
where
fault.
youth, isn't it?
Yeah, no be their fault. Now the economy. You start counting your age when you the day you start. Two things: the day you get your international passport, or the day you start to dey make bar.
But in
That
UK,
is
I
why.
think in UK here, once you are, I think once you pass 24, 25, 28, you are no longer a youth anymore. You are no,
Yeah, I know. I think
yeah.
the as the international standard should be that. But you know why people they claim youth now, just to get access to what belongs to youth. They don't squatter their youth days. Yes. Before why I asked you that question is because of what is happening within the Nigerian space when it comes to marriage. I mean, I know that every day we dey talk about all the woes in our economy, the ill doings of our politicians, and Nigerian citizen, how would they fuck up anyway with it? But it's as if 2022 is a different case entirely because we have Oni of Ife, marrying 6 wives on just this year alone. And we have a young man too today who I think it was a couple of days ago who tied a knot with twins. The guy married 2 sisters. Are you looking forward to how Roman was to your wife, Taylor?
No, good luck to the guy. I think even though with one woman, one is still trying to make up. Imagine O'Neill having 6 wives. I wonder where he'll get all the energy and the time
Well, that's
and
not the
to.
end though. That's not the end. According to one man, he said, see, if I tell him to stop, if I say go and marry on the seventh one, he will do it.
So why didn't Ifa, like I wrote to one man, why didn't Ifa help him to solve his previous marriage problems? If I could have helped him.
Oh, maybe now if I don't want make the marriage stay long.
So
Maybe now if I not this over.
he may say the only of Ife disobey Ifa in marrying those women because Ifa should have seen far ahead for him and said, don't marry those women. They are not good for you.
No, say at times you go there, you dey stubborn, you no go listen to, you won't do your own first.
So now
And
he
at
don't
the end of
become
the day,
born again Ifa. Born again Ifa. Do we have
well,
born again Ifa?
that's what I don't
Maybe
understand though.
Baba T can answer that.
That's what I don't understand. This guy there, redeem camp, the fire prayer, speaking in tongues and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
That's like,
the only that's I'm confused. I thought he says he's a born again Christian. I mean,
well, I mean, why is he a Christian in the first place? He's a traditional custodian. He's an Ifa worshiper. He's the number one elder citizen of Ifa, the firstborn of Ifa at this point.
yeah,
But
because
I
they
don't
use
understand.
Let me educate you a little bit on
Okay.
what Oba represent. Yes, Oba is the custodian of our tradition and culture, but at the same time, is the head of all religion in Yoruba land, including this foreign religion that we call Christian and Islam. He is the controller of everything that liveth
It's Yoruba.
in their domain.
Mm.
but
You
he doesn't
understand?
control.
Businesses, hold on.
Go on.
Businesses, religion, social association, you know, everything. As far as our culture is concerned, he is the head of everything. So he can as well practice the traditional religion and practice Islam and Christianity, because all his people are scattered across all those religions and is the head of everybody. So don't look at it as if, oh, why is he a Christian? I think, oh, he called himself this. Why is he doing this? What is Ifa doing? Why is he missing Ifa and Christianity? No, he's the head of everything. So that is the position. That is what Oba represents in Yoruba land. So just to get it clear to you.
Okay, Ajale Koko, I do understand what Oba means and KBAC and all the rest, but he must choose one when you are practicing. You can't join both together. You can't say you are doing Ifa at the same time.
That is what your Christianity preaches to you.
Exactly, and that's
And
what he believes in.
hold on. That's what your Christianity preaches to you. Your selfish religion, that is what it preaches to you.
No, it's
and
not
that
selfish
Islam.
religion.
Hold on. That is what it preaches to you. All right? But I'm telling you, in Yoruba culture, we have several religions in Yoruba, traditional religion. And Oba is the head of them. Everybody comes to his palace, and whenever they are celebrating or doing their own festival, they have to come to the palace to celebrate it. They have to get the blessing of the king. The king must approve them for the celebration of their festival. The king is always part of every religion in Yoruba land. And I'm telling you, by that practice, by that practice, by that culture, and by that tradition, it is also applied to the foreign religion, the Christianity and Islam in Yoruba land.
The Oba Oni cannot take over. He's not the head of Christian religion. So what he's doing is that he's practicing both native religion and also Christianity as he is. But you cannot have two masters. You choose one. See,
you are not listening. You are not listening.
I'm listening.
You don't want to listen.
I've listened.
Wait. Hold on, guys. I have very. Wait, hold on. I have. We don't get much time again, okay? And I didn't mean to bring Oni, because that can start on his own for like a full day discussion. I think I'll try and fix a day for that when we have that Oni space discussion. For now, just a young man in his early 20s marrying two sisters.
Okay,
can I interject?
Let me move on that.
Can I interject just a minute? Ovie, can you bring that topic one more time? Because, you know, in Igbo land, we are not used to all those powerful men. But I need to ask Ajali Koko next time when you bring the topic, because I need more information on that. Thank you, Ovie.
Can I quickly say something?
Let's make it a deal. We'll talk about it tomorrow. How about
it? But let me ask you this real quick.
Ajali Koko, will you be here tomorrow? Ajali Koko. All right. Maybe.
So let me quickly say this.
What do you say? What do you talk?
I say, will you be around tomorrow? Well, let's talk about that Ifa and Oni.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Can I quickly say this? Ajali Koko, our friend here has a point. You see, the true Christianity, you can't serve two masters. It's either you live one, as just like he's trying to quote Jesus Christ, or you live the other. But in the context of what he was saying there is, you can't serve mammon, and that is riches, which also can be a form of God on its own, and say you want to serve God. But then we can, by extension, if we extend it, it can mean you can't have two gods. You can't be serving. In fact, the scriptures condemns divination and all those things that the Ifad consultation of it. So it's just we Yorubas, like Ajali Koko has a point. Among we Yorubas, we don't make any distinction between one religion or the other. We embrace all religion. That's something about we are I've forgotten that English word. But we believe in many gods among Yorubas. We welcome any religion. But if we are to look at it strictly from the Christianity point of view, it's a wrong thing to do. That's what the Oni is doing. If you want to be a Christian, you be a Christian. If you want to be a Muslim, you be a Muslim. If you want to be an power worshipper or deity or a traditionalist, you be a traditional. But among the Yorubas, it's a norm. It's a way of life that we do not discriminate. We view the Obas as the head of every religion. Right? Adele is right in that. But also you are right, because if you look at it from Christian point of view, you are right as well.
Okay, thank you for
Yeah,
that.
we are a bunch of confused people, man. We need a lot of things need to be redone in Nigeria. Not for us, but for us, we are already deep into it. But the next generation to come, yeah, we have a lot of work to do to change here, because this confusion is not the least anybody. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's confusion. Because just as you said, Rational Man, everybody has the point. But how long can we continue like that? Anyway, let me take you to the next topic, Tiger in the City, so we can, you know. Let's go to well, I mean, today the main topic today is that of Tinubu and Atiku, and of course our president. What do you think about? No, that will take us too much. Let's go to the Tinubu space. Do you agree with what Atiku Camp is saying, that Tinubu is playing the tribal card?
Okay, first of all, someone has called. I think someone did say earlier that kettle calling someone. Pot
Yes,
calling kettle
black,
black or
black.
whatever.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
uh,
that's Bartholomew.
in this scenario, I think they are the same of the same kind. Okay, and I think I listened to a rational man saying that this statement was not made directly by Tinubu, but from someone in the midst, Olufalaye, right? and and also the condemnation is not coming directly from Atiku himself. It's coming from Daniel
The
Bala,
campaign
or
spokesperson. Yeah,
yeah,
spokesperson.
yeah, spokesperson.
Daniel
So it's
Bwala.
Boala, yeah, something like that. So
Yeah,
um but as someone said before, Atiku one is more weightier because I, he traversed tribal line a lot in his speech when he spoke to the people that
the Arewa group.
yeah,
The
that's
Arewa group. The
yeah,
Arewa
that
house.
he's northern and the other people, blah 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 blah. You know, the tribal, their tribe he used there.
Yeah.
So that's the problem because these people have nothing to give. So they have nothing. They don't have
I agree.
ideology. They don't have ideology. So nothing's coming out. So they are empty. They are bereft of ideology. How the country can function very well, and that's why they are using all these tribal, their tribe all the times and divisive measures because that's the only way they can get to people. And once they use this tribal diatribe, well, it will get to certain people, and some people will take it hink and uh, wink the same time. So they will swallow it. So, but for some people, it's irritating hearing all this stuff. It shows that these politicians, they are bereft of ideology and they have nothing to offer. For me, there's no difference between Atiku and Tinubu. It's the same on the same coin. Whatever you toss, if you toss a coin, same thing. So there's no new thing. There's no new idea coming from them. And I'm sorry to say it, if any of them will inherit the presidential seat come 2023, they will struggle. And I don't think people of integrity will want to work with these two political party and the technocrats, because you don't want, if you're a technocrat and someone asks you to do something that goes against your mind, you're not gonna do it, or bring this from the corpus, or do this if you're a man of integrity. So it's the same issue Buhari has, that men of some technocrats who have integrity, they refuse working with him. They rejected his offer. So I think they're going to struggle as well to find good technocrats to work along with them. And moreover, Nigerian economy is going free for fall. And and I'm happy it's going for free for fall. One thing, it will make the country to realize that we need to reshuffle the country, then our reduce our expenses, cut the government size, then make the center to of equal value like the state. So you are not become overbearing and powerful. So it will be easy to manage the center and make the center less attractive. When you make the center less attractive for all political parties, then people who actually love Nigeria, who care for Nigeria, who has Nigeria interests, they will come down there to participate in politics. But if the center is very attractive and very powerful, as the president has enormous power to run things. So that's my own take. I want the naira to fall. Let it fall down. I'm sorry for saying that. People might think I'm selfish. I'm not being considerate. But if the naira can fall, then the government has no money to spend. Then we can reshuffle the country on a good path.
Like, are you going to say that of that to Ghanaian economy too? Because they are crying. Their economy is even spiraling down faster than that of Nigeria. If I'm not, if
Uh,
I'm right.
well, every economy downtown brings out it gives opportunity for new people to come to the horizon because um,
Well, it seems as if the only opportunity this Ghanaian situation is kind of giving is opportunity of going closer to God.
I heard that, but this is Pentecostal rascality, like someone has said, if you go to Ghana, all this kind of Pentecostal uh, mugu mugu they are doing over there. They've outshine. They want to outshine Nigeria because Nigeria brought it. So Nigeria took it
So
to Africa level. Yeah, we
we should
brought
be
it.
we should be tapping ourselves on the shoulder and say yes, we are doing good.
Yeah,
At
we are
least we are
exporting.
something
We are
good coming
exporting
from
our
us.
Rastamans there. Yeah, but you see, that's
Oh
it. You
man.
see, that's it. See, when people are bereft of solution to challenges and problems, they begin to tie it to God. God did not send him to go and run down the economy or make bad decision. When he was making bad decision, did he consult the same God? So there is no attack there. I listen to people say when you go to Aso Rock, oh, they had good intention. When they go to Aso Rock, then everything just spoil. It's pure lie because they don't have plan before going there. And if they do have plan, they don't toe the line which they're supposed to present. They just change because power corrupt, absolutely power corrupt. So in Ghanaian case, well, if all the witches are attacking, at least let them send our preachers or Yedepo. And who is the man in town now? I think Odumeje, they've run him down out of town. Who do we send him now? I don't know
Li-
who we have
uh,
to send. Export. At least we can export one of our top men. Is it?
liquid mentor.
No, they run equipment out of. They run him out of town when they gave him a dirty slab, so he know his place. So, so I don't know who to export. Maybe we can export Babati there. You can use it for.
No. The vice president is going to be out of job in the next 5 months. There will be
Yeah,
he's a pastor.
yeah. Well, he can first of all, you need to
We
account
can
for
send.
trader money. When you account for trader money first, then we can send him across the channel.
Well, gender money don't enter one chance according to the way we dey talk am for Nigeria. Anyway, the tiger. Thank you, man. I did agree with you that it's because they don't have anything to offer. That's why they are using God, using all form of excuses. Yes, if you don't mind, let me go to Playtime because I think we touched on, you have spoken on marriage, you are talking on Ghanaian, talking on Tunubu and Trial. Pretty much that's what the
Yes, I
topic
have.
we
I
have
have.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the topic we are trading today, except that of Muslim thing, which you pretty much touched on too earlier on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Muslim SIM
uh,
tickets.
no, the 500, the Buhari ranked
No,
17th among.
I didn't touch on. Let me quickly touch on that.
All right.
I think it. You know why? I think why the king. In Islam, you have two major powerhouse in Islam. You have the Shiite, and you have the other group, the Wahhabi group, right? Now,
Hmm?
um, Buhari suppressed the Shiite group. We saw what they did to the
Shiite and Sunni.
yeah, sorry, Shiite and Sunni. Yeah. We saw what they did to the Shiite group in Nigeria, how they dealt with the man and with his group. So I think that's the reason why
That's why they give getting promotion.
yes, because he did a job for them, which and yeah. So Iranian, imagine the Iranian government, they will also give
Ayatola.
yeah, trophy
Ayatola.
to no, is that his name?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oyetola is something of that nature. Yeah,
yeah,
Iranian
so
president is Oyetola.
okay. Yeah, so
Ayetola.
yeah, so it's about a religion oppression of the other group. That's why they gave. What did Buhari achieve? I mean, is he a good Muslim? He's not fair to people. I thought in Islam they preach about fairness to people and treating people good, that all men are made equal by God. So there's no fairness from Buhari. So I'm wondering why the title. But it came to my mind because he suppressed the Shiite group. So that's why.
Well, thank you. I didn't even see it from that angle, but yeah, you are spot on. Anyway, thank you very much, Tiger. Stick around while I
Okay.
go to playtime. So Chuku, na Kedu,
My G, what's up, man?
Kedu,
What's good?
Kemo
Odima,
Kai,
Odima,
Kemo
one name,
Kai,
one
Kemo
name,
Kai
Odima.
Monday.
It's again,
Kemo
it's again.
Kemo Kai, Kemo Kai Monday. I'm trying to how is Monday, something like that.
Okay, Kedu, Kemaka Monday.
Hey, Kemo, I know what I'm saying now. Don't play with me, oh. I
Yeah, I
get
mean, you're not
I
doing
get
bad.
I get 3 credits from Igbo.
Three credits.
Anyway,
Oh.
only 2 credits. I'm working on it. The aim is to wipe it, get
Uh,
clean slate. So yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
Chuku,
yeah.
yes, come, oh, come. I dey see you. They see you. They run Lagos. They run Ikoyi to Lasu to you. What's it called? Unilag. They run town. They run things. Now, as you dey run around, your mate sit down for Osun State, married 2 twins. It's a young man like you. Are you open to that? Claytown. See this guy. Don't go. You don't follow me. Rapport there no more. Babati, are you there? If you know that they are closing down. The last person that has been speaking, yes, and he's not there. Well. I think actually we have actually exhausted 3 hours, so it's not that we are closing early today. Since we have heard from Majale Koko, Rational Mind, Tiger in the city, man of prestige, Clayton disappear, and Babati is nowhere to be found. So, guys, thank you very much, and appreciate your time spending with me. Trust me, I know you guys. You could be working and doing all that, and they listen to that, enjoying it. And trust me, it's still not easy. Just focus on Nigeria every day, every morning, afternoon, and night, every day in and out. I mean, that's love. So anybody come here to they talk nonsense about Nigeria, you're actually not doing yourself a disservice. Playtown don't come back. Playtown, what's
Yeah,
happening? Your babe, let you.
no, I got a call. Sorry about
Are
that.
you open to
Uh,
marry two sisters, just like the young man?
to, ma- to marry two
Yeah,
sisters.
yeah. So twins. This guy is lucky to marry twins. Is that something you are open for? If the
How is he
opportunity comes,
lucky?
go do am.
How is he lucky to marry twins?
Buy one, get one free. No be luck. Like,
Well,
if no, if you have the opportunity now, if two
yeah.
twins now, let it fall in love with you to the point that you won't marry, would you do that? If the
No, I won't.
opportunity comes,
I won't. I won't.
so
I wouldn't.
you know if you marry like the only of your sis wife, can't marry more than one.
Nah. Just one woman. One woman.
This guy,
One woman
how
all day.
how is the obedience? Eh? Going to have enough numbers in 20 years to take over the country? If you guys are not reproducing, marrying wives and just how what they happen?
Obedience is an ideology. It is spread by the ideology spreading and not the human beings spreading.
Yeah, but you need the numbers. You need the numbers to move forward now, to move the agenda to the next level.
Yeah, that's why we're pushing the idea into the heads of the ones that don't have it yet.
Well, I don't think you know, I don't think anybody will agree with you on this platform right now that only one
Yeah,
wife now go marry when they have the opportunity. Anyway, let's go to issue that touch the hearts.
yeah, yeah.
I will give you let me go pick one because of we are because of time. Let me now give you one
Yeah, we
that
can
you
just brush through real quick.
all right.
Let's
Tinubu
go.
and Tinubu and Atiku.
Tinubu and Atiku. Okay, on that space. First of all, I don't understand how PDP see PDP is out of this election, and I stand. I know where I'm standing when I make the statement. I mean, today the Cash on Onitsha just left them, dumped them, went to Labour, and immediately they slammed him with an appointment as a chief advisor on publicity
Did
to
it dump
Obi.
them or they just or did it dump them or now then dump them?
PDP dumped Cash.
Yeah. Don't you
Well,
think so?
according to my information, a lot more is leaving PDP. So I hope they keep dumping. This is not a case of who takes the bragging right, whether you are dumped or being dumped. The problem is that PDP is divided grossly, grossly, P- grossly.
Hey. The
But
same thing with
yeah,
your party.
yeah.
The same thing with your party. Where's your
I
youth
don't
leader?
belong to any party. What party are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you are one of the Obi movement, the Labour Party.
I'm not in Labour Party, but yeah, what were you asking in that space?
Ah, okay. You know go no be because the youth leader of the Labour Party has been suspended.
Nah. Forget about the youth leader thing. That's just a storm on the teacup.
What
But
do
let's
you mean?
continue.
Now your guy talk am now, the Onanuju that you just the catch Onanuju that you just mentioned. Now you guys,
Yeah,
I believe you
where
heard
he
it.
talked about yeah, I know now. Where he talked about the youth leader now, yeah.
So there's a crack in that heart too. So you know go use that against PDP. I just you are
If
using
that makes you sleep better at night, we are fine.
no,
All right.
I'm not this guy.
All right.
I'm not
With
a Labour.
Atiku, with Atiku, it's very funny that someone that made a is see, yeah. Atiku is the one that has made the most tribal comments in this election, and somebody will argue with me that it's Tinubu because of the famous Emi Lokon. But me, I'm objective, and I know what Tinubu did at Abeokuta was in the context of his party as APC, that the Yoruba supported the Northerners in 2015. Now is the turn of the Yorubas in the APC. So that contest was blown out of proportion. The Miloko phrase uh, was blown out of proportion or whatever it is. If you're talking about the real ethnic comment, is the one Mikano boy made in Arewa House, where he said that what the North need is the North, is someone from the North. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, there's other comments he made there
That has built bridges
that
across
build
the
bridges.
country.
But guess what?
Uh-huh.
The point there is that the person has to come from North first. Then every other thing is extra, like topping in the pizza. So he not needs a northerner, basically. And he even made another comment in that section where he said that northerners are the one that actually love Nigeria, that really wants the want Nigeria. Like,
No,
wow.
even if no on that side, I think I don't see no lie there. The guy said the fact. Why I said that if we want to go by the major tribes in Nigeria who are
Mm,
sharing the national cake,
mm,
the
as
Igbos
a three.
every day they wake up, they say, man, Nigeria is not doing well for them, they want to leave. The same thing with
Mm.
the Yorubas. They are the only one that are not saying anything like
No,
that. So
no,
for him
no,
to
no,
make that statement,
no,
he's
no, no,
right.
no. It's not about what you say. This is just like this is not just like a family where people
Yeah,
there are
but
three. I'm coming.
that statement, I don't
This
see anything wrong with that statement. That particular one
no, no,
that
no,
it
no.
says
Me,
that
I
they
don't
are
see
more
anything wrong
Nigerians.
with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. You get what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily very right in the context of an election like this. You understand? But I don't see anything wrong with it. But the main issue is that he said that the North needs not a northerner. That is more tribal. Now the same you is coming to point at Emiloko because he went to his kinsmen to get blessing from them. And then someone else made a comment about bringing the trophy home. See, even if Tinubu made comment about bringing trophy home, even if Tinubu that made it, I will still defend him. Why? I have, in my secondary school, I they go national competitions. We they go Abuja, we they go cowbell mass competition, all these things. We always telling our people that we're going to bring the trophy home. No matter where you are, you come from somewhere, you have your roots. So if he was talking to his kingsmen, even if it was he was the one that said it, I'll bring the trophy home. You don't have to spin it and say he's trying to. Obviously, we know he's not going to take the presidency to Ogun State or wherever it is. You get what I'm saying? So that is a normal thing someone can say, and it is a normal thing. So you that said that Northerners should needs only Northern candidates that have bridges and whatever else you have to say, you don't have any moral
But
rights
don't
to
forget that
accuse.
there are two of them who are contesting from that region. It
Yeah,
could be that he's speaking to the other candidate directly. Hey,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
from
yeah.
not
No, no,
just
no,
like
no.
you,
But
but I
yeah,
build
yeah.
bridges. You haven't built bridges.
No, he buttressed that point even further and said he don't need a Yoruba candidate and an Igbo candidate. He didn't want it to be too ambiguous. Needed the
Well,
Northerners to understand what he's saying. He needed
yeah,
them
I
to
mean,
understand where he's coming from. So obviously, I can't blame him because in this political calculation, that is the route he has. That's the only reasonable route for him to play the ethnic card. Seriously, that's the only reasonable winning route for him. But I don't think him coming back now to accuse Tinubu of this and that, I think it's a very, very funny space. But then also in the space of the Tinubu and Afaniferi, Yoruba leaders and whatever. Um, I and funny enough, I think somebody made this comment here today, and we had a conversation yesterday. And everything that is playing out today was what I was about to say in this platform yesterday because I had a first-hand information of what's going on. But guess what happened? One man shouted me down and muted me because I was not spinning the same rhetorics with him. And I called him out on the comment section because I felt that was really very wrong. And all the while they were going all back and forth, most of them didn't even have the information of what's going on. I'm in Lagos. I talk to people. You see, Dele
bring the
to me.
news.
I spoke with Dele yesterday. I speak with people, stakeholders, people that matter here. Somebody cannot be
Break,
in UK and tell me what is going on here. And I
break
had
the
all
news.
these
Break the
facts.
news.
I was about to tell, I'm coming. I was about to say exactly what's happened. You understand? So that we won't be blowing it out of proportion unnecessarily on the platform.
Shoot. Go ahead. Break us the news. What's going on? This guy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Am I,
Wait,
am I, am I back? Am I back?
Okay, you're
I've been,
back. Okay, you're back
Hey,
now.
I'm back
I've
now.
been,
I'm back, and I guess the network had
I've
to
been a
actually
one
pull down
man
in Lagos.
wish they close his mouth for him.
Okay,
So
so let me
break the break the
let me go
news.
ahead. All right, so that happened yesterday because Ajali Koko was making a very solid point, and they wanted to. In fact, if it wasn't Ajali Koko, they would probably kick him out of the platform. And I think that is a joke taken too far. It's really
This guy. Change your network. Stop using
What
so.
Obedient
about doing
network.
is stay behind the scene?
And I want to.
So for me, I before I speak on a topic, I am on ground. Ovie, we spoke on private the other day, and I told you how much on ground I am. I told you how I'm going around. I told you people I speak with every single day, because I cannot come to a public platform and exhibit ignorance. That's the last place I want to box
Oh
myself in.
yeah,
So
now stay
yes,
calm. We believe you. We believe you. Die.
okay,
Give
okay,
us
okay.
the
So
So
tea. Give us
land
as
the
the
cocoa now.
cocoa.
as
Give
as at
us the
yesterday,
cocoa.
as at no, no,
I
no, no.
can
What they did to Ajali Coco
raise my
yesterday,
interest.
it was so
We
frustrating. I mean,
know.
I could feel
We
Ajali Coco literally staggering. Like
listen
it
now.
was,
We all watched it and listened to their
yeah, yeah,
little
yeah.
movie
So
yesterday.
so
Now
moving
tell
forward,
us what is the cocoa.
Ovie. So moving forward, please let's keep it at the fact, like Ajali Koko said. So that's
Nigga,
that.
can you go to the point? Stop beating around. You are more than a politician now. Tell us what you know. What is the deal? Oh my God, this guy.
Petrol
National
don't
Bank.
finish.
Yeah,
I mean, what about the
Okay, can you
PDP,
hear
but I
me?
just see it again.
hey, what is going
Okay,
on? Yes, what's going on, man? What's going
they're
on? You keep going
attacking
on
me.
and
They're
sleeping.
attacking me spiritually and physically.
Oh my God, you are just
Okay, they're attacking.
One man they attack you spiritually and physically.
They're attacking me spiritually and physically. But that's by the way. With the space here, I think what happens was just basically Yoruba elders blessing their son, and I find nothing wrong with that, honestly. Yoruba elders should bless their son. Any father should bless the son. Whether you belong to an organization that have taken a stance that is favorable or not favorable, you are duty bound as an elder of any land to bless any of your son that is going out to slug it out in the international stage. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing really wrong with it.
when
But
are we going to see? When are we going to see the neighbors blessing Obi? Because
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not only
no, no, they're
not
definitely
only
gonna
him,
do.
man.
Yeah, they're definitely
Yeah,
gonna do
no.
that. No, they're definitely gonna do that. But what I'm saying is, again, I might want to call Tinubu out a little bit, and I hope nobody minds. I feel it's okay to be blessed, you get what I'm saying? But let nobody bring in a Fairy into it and drag them. Because at the end of the day, there will be other elections before now that they might take stand that might favor you. By then, you are done with rubbishing their image. You understand? Keep them
But
respected. Keep them respected the way they are. They might not favor you today, they might favor you tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So, like,
God, tomorrow no day for Tinubu. And last shot be this.
no, I'm,
Not tomorrow.
no, I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to Tinubu. I'm not speaking to Tinubu, Ovie. I'm speaking to my Yoruba brothers that want to rubbish that
Man.
space just because he's not favoring them now. Don't do that. They are your elder
No, we are
statesmen. They are
speaking
very
because
respected. They have fought wars. You get what I'm saying? Respect them, whether they are in line with you or not. They are not
Well,
going to drag you to the polling booth.
play town.
Yeah,
Let me throw this to you.
throw it to me.
I don't know if you've heard what happened in Anambra State.
Okay,
Some
the Anyocha Kings.
endorsing
Yeah,
article.
yeah.
Now that is giving me kind of like some reason, some concern that if people from other tribe, other social cultural group can be endorsing somebody who is not from their tribe, why are your people not endorsing it? So could that not be a basis for Ashwani Ferry for withdrawing if they decide to withdraw their support, which I'm not saying they're going to do, don't get me wrong, but if your own people, your own father cannot be blessing you, other person's father is blessing you, and the other father looking at it that I bless this man who is not my own son, but his own father is rejecting him. How do you want that father to think? The other father that is blessing you, that's not your father.
The person that is not your father that is blessing you. The last time I checked, nobody blessed Obi. A socio-political group took a stand on national interest to back Igbo presidency, and that's their stand. That doesn't mean that every king in Yoruba land will go with them. Other kings that want to back their son will back their son. Everybody to your tent, O Israel. No matter, you get what I'm saying? They have
I don't get what
explained.
you're
Afenifere
saying.
has explained their own.
Listen. I don't get what you're saying because my point is this:
Yeah.
if you people really, I mean, I begin to see one man's point at some point too.
Okay,
if you people really need this presidency, I expect all your people to rally around your own son. But it's like your own people, if like I expect if not 90 or 95% of your people to rally around, I mean your traditional rulers who are considered like the Afeniferes or the traditional
Our
rulers.
Afenifere is Ohaneze.
I know, but these kings
and they are
too, they also
100% behind Obi. They've
hold
not
on.
they've not
These
made it
kings we
public, and
just
I'll tell
mentioned,
you the reason why they have not
these
made it
kings
public.
we just mentioned, they're also part of the Ohanese.
So no, they're not.
How do you know they're
Can I
not?
explain to you?
How do you know they're not? Is
Okay.
Ohanese, is it not mostly the traditional rulers that are make up Ohanese?
let me explain to you. So the kings that did this are from Aniocha North and South. The person representing Aniocha North and South is
Fine, Yakoa.
no, Ifani. That's Anambra. Ifani is not from Anambra. This guy, this PDP guy, the guy that is Southeast coordinator for PDP. I'm trying to remember his name. He's into aviation. Was a PDP guy. He ran for governor at some point. So what the man did is that because of that position he's occupying as Southeast coordinator for PDP, he wants to pass a message to Atiku that, see, I'm actually doing something for you in Southeast. So what he did was he went to his local constituency. You understand what I'm saying? And met those small kings of those tiny communities in his constituency who obviously have benefited financially from him, and called them, probably made a deal with him. I mean, we all know what these things, and then say, come out and support Atiku. At least let Atiku see that we are not completely losing out, that probably me as the coordinator of Southeast, I'm doing something. So that is optics. And I don't have a problem with those kings. They've collected their money, they've done their thing, and you understand? Where I will have problem is maybe if it's Awanese or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's the same way. I don't have a problem with these elders in Yoruba land blessing Tinubu. Why am I going to have problem with them blessing their son? They have the right to bless their son. But where we have problem is where you want to drag down a socio-political group called Afenifere, who is deep-rooted into the mess and model them up in the name of politics. That's where I find it wrong. But where elders of Yoruba land gather and bless their son, I will be more angry with them if they don't do that. They should bless their son. Their son is going to slug it out at the national level. So they have to bless him. But don't bring in Afenifere, don't discredit them on the ground that may be the point there. And this is the point I wanted to make yesterday, because I got it firsthand from someone that sits on the ruling committee of Afenifere, and that is Dele Ferro to me. I asked him yesterday. He gave me the full detail of what's happening. He said that wasn't even an endorsement. That was elders, which some of them belong to Afenifere, blessing their son. And he even gave me details that I wanted to share it in detail yesterday before one man shouted me down and muted me and what have you. You know what I'm saying? And I kept my peace, because if I have information to share in the platform that somebody does not have, if somebody shows they're not interested, I keep my information now. It's not like anybody's going to pay me for it. But what I know is that if the information is true, it's just a matter of time, and it's going to be in the public domain, and I'm going to be justified, which has happened. So, Afenifere, elders, all those elders blessing Tinubu, wonderful. Prayers work. It's a good thing. When Obi goes to the east too, any elder that chooses to bless him, fine. Any elder that might not necessarily like him, even when he was governor, there's people that didn't like him. There are some elites that didn't like him. Maybe they don't still like him now. They might want to go other way. So, you know what I'm saying? So the only problem I have with this entire topic is bringing down their Afenifere just because they are not dancing to your tune. That's social politics, not a social cultural group. Anybody that did social studies should be able to differentiate between social cultural and social political group. You know what I'm saying? And I've even gone to read so far with these Afenifere guys, and I'm like, what is one man and this guy saying? I've read about their ideology. I've read about the role they played in Nadeko. I've read about their Awolowo ideology, political ideology of federalism, true federalism, and what have you. These guys are clearly social political, not social cultural. They're not knife bearers of the Yoruba nation. You know what I'm saying? So let's tune it down. Let's argue based on facts, and I'm completely in tune with what Ajani Koko said yesterday. Please, we can argue, we can disagree, but let's do it based on facts. So that's it on that space. But what Atiku is saying, Atiku is out of this race, so I don't even consider anything he's saying as anything serious. He's the tribal guy. He is the tribal guy.
See, now you don't make sure I take your name. They don't shoot you. Shoot your network again. Stay away from PDP. They don't play. Anyway, man, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
I see where you are coming from. We need to sit
Yeah.
down and actually talk about that space, just as we agreed on earlier. So, you say you don't want
Can I
marriage
interject
two
for a
wives?
minute?
No.
No, I just
We're
want
not
to
going that way.
compliment
We're
what
not
you're
going
saying.
that
Hold
route.
on 1 second. I just want to
Okay.
compliment, because while you were saying this, I just went online. So daily post of October 11th October of this year. It says Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohanes Igbo has described Labour Party's P2B as a national movement. So that's loud in some. That's they've given their blessing if they say that.
Yeah, they have already done that. The only thing they said is that they said we're not going to spearhead it because it's not an Igbo project. So we'll rather allow for a combination of us. That's Afenifere, Pandev, Middle Belt, and us, and probably not others forum will come on board. Let's spearhead this as a national project. So that has always been their stand. And for people, let me make this inclusion. For people that is fighting Afenifere, let them go back to YouTube and let them see where Afenifere had a meeting as last year, where they started championing that the presidency has to go to the southeast. That time, no primaries has been conducted. That was last year. They started saying the Southeast thing from last year. It's not like just like 2 months ago they saw Obi and all of a sudden they want it to go to Southeast. They've always made this stand. So I don't know why it was so shocking for some people when they backed Obi, because they have made the Southeast that they even before the primaries they met at everybody Pandev, Fanifere, Ohanes. Everybody met like some months before the primaries to drum support for a Southeastern presidency. So we already know their stand long ago. So why is some people acting shocked now that all of a sudden they're not supporting a Yoruba candidate, where these guys have been drumming since almost 1 year ago that, see, this is where we are going to go in 2023. We are backing the Southeast presidency. Parties, please give your tickets to Southeast candidates. They've been saying it they've been so consistent with this. And I've listened to a lot of them, even their publicity secretary, speaking about how they arrived at that. They say it took a 1 year of rigorous debate among themselves, 1 year of rigorous debates, even some rancorous debates, before they reach to that and say that we are going to embark on a national project for peaceful cohesion of the country, for true federalism and everything. The Southeast needs to get this. And all of a sudden, they landed at Obi because obviously it's the best coming from Southeast. So I don't know why it's a rancor. I don't know why we're bringing in ethnic tension. We don't need it. We are brothers. No matter any Yoruba person in this platform, if you like, fight me from here to tomorrow. You cannot, unless the day you denounce you're no more in Nigerian, you cannot deny you're not my brother. Any day I come to your house, if you're in Ondo, I will come to that house. I can stay there as long as I am, because this is Nigeria and you are my brother and you cannot run away from it. And we love each other, and we need to actually get this ethnic thing out of the side so that let's interrogate these people. Let's face their plans for the nation, and let's move this nation forward. And I feel this nation can only move forward when everybody has had it. When everybody has had it, Igbo, everybody has had it, then we'll throw away this primordial nonsense that we are discussing and focus on now building Nigerians, because we have Nigeria, but we don't have Nigerians yet. We have Nigeria with Yoruba, Igbo, and people. No, we need to build Nigerians. Americans built Americans, and that's why that where they are today. That's why Americans are so proud of their country, because they have built Americans, nationalists. Now, let's have it. Let's go around, and we cannot start building Nigeria if one side is still left aside. Let's bring them out in Southeast, have it. Okay, everybody is done having it. Abi, can we now throw away this primordial thing and face nation building straight up? So that's it. That's my opinion.
Where is Ovie?
Ovie.
We know hear you. Just don't mute yourself.
Sorry, yeah, I switched to my regular speaker. That's why I forget to
unmute
them. Yes, thank you very much. Let us build our nation.
I be wish from Ghana don't come catch you for America.
So let's do it. Let's do different. Let's do it different today. Once again, thank you for our supporters. Jafar, you are proving to be a full animal. You dominated anywhere we wanna go. Anyway, thank you for dominating the coffee section here. Let's start by saying 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Say your candidate. 2 minutes each. If you don't get candidate, I will tell you what to do, but I will come to.
If you don't get candidates, sell one question.
Look at this guy. Why you don't know where they go?
I know you now.
So let me start with wait. Man of Prestige, are you still there? Now you be the first person that spoke. So you go first. Are you still there? Man of Prestige. All right.
Let me go. Let me go.
All right. 2 minutes.
I don't have a candidate. Can you give me a candidate?
No, you have to say Konkoso.
Konkoso.
Yeah.
All right, my people. Konkoso should endorse Obi.
Yeah. This kind of bad market, I can't give you so.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I mean, Konkoso is not going anywhere. I don't see him going anywhere. Make it endorse Obi. I'll make it endorse Showore, and then we know where we did. Because we need to understand that Konkoso has nothing to do. I mean, it's just so unfortunate that
rational mind. I am not asking you to criticize Konkoso. I say sell him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm selling him because I know he's not going anywhere.
This is another guy.
He's not going anywhere.
No advise him, no condemn him. Sell him.
I'm not condemn him now. I'm just saying he's not going anywhere. He's not making any traction. You know, even we hardly hear of him except from you, Ovie, that comes here and talk about him. I don't even know where he's going. I don't know where he's coming from. So
you don't see now. At least take your time to research about this guy. All the candidates, not just
what
him.
research do I need? I know Konkoso. I've read a little bit about him. I know the Kwafasiya movement. His love for the Talakawas. I know all of this.
Like tell people that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know his love for the Talakawas. He's so concerned about like my Almajiri brother in here in America, Jafar, who also benefited from him. Like he said, was able to get a scholarship and come to America. And
wait, you see, you know they do research. How you take out all this one?
Hold on now. I go tell you. Hold on, I go tell you story now. So he comes to America here through scholarship. Is it?
I said, I'm not going to defend Jafar. He's a strong man.
Yeah, so make him face me now. You know, me with the quarter every time. He like to jump on me. Anything why I say, well, you just come out from his hiding place, just jump on me. Anyway, so yeah, I know Konkoso has his good side. It's just that his brand of politics. For me, I don't know how that will translate among the other regions of Nigeria. This kind of politics is more of is it the Balarabe Musa? Is it Alhaji Balarabe Musa? Or the other Aminu Kano rather. Aminu Kano, yeah. So is the Talakawas, the poor people, giving them power, all of that. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's just that in the context of the northern, that will only work if Nigeria is a regional, we play a regional system. But down south, we want to be empowered. We want to be capitalist. We don't want the socialist kind of. We know it's going to be a blend of socialism and capitalism, but we want that freedom. We want to be able to decide our future through our own empowerment, being rich on our own. So I think that is one ideology we might not really sell in the South. I don't know how he's going to sell it. Maybe in the North, he can. And even I think, like I said, regional system, it might be the premier of northern states if he's able to go on that system of government. But I don't see him moving. That's why I say I'm not trying to. I know people like Jafar who benefited from him. They always sing praise of him to the high heavens. For me, I don't think I can sing any high heavens song for Konkoso, rather than say, well, let him just merge with give his support to Obi or to Showore, and let's see if that would.
You know what may give Atiku out to
No, not Atiku. I mean, the Northerners have their share. It's no longer North. Power should come down south. I tell you.
If they give his scholarship to Showore, they're not going to win now.
Well, we know they're going to win at least. That's something now. Showore go put some numbers. That will make him relevant maybe to the next election cycle. You know, but I doubt he's going to do that. I doubt.
Your 2 minutes is over.
Oh yeah, all right. Thank you so much, Ovie. Hopefully, you do a good job. We'll see you in the next session. Hopefully, yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah, see you in the next show. Babati, I don't know why it's still here. It's not here, so leave my screen, Babati. You know they there. I mean, you did it. You don't come. No, it's gone. Tiger in the City.
Yes.
Who's your candidate there? Who'll be your candidate?
Okay, let me lay a foundation here. I would have supported.
2 minutes.
Yeah. 2 minutes. I'm counting. I would have chosen Shower, but for the fact that I want a quick transition, that means that's
Tiger
what
in the City. This is the question. You have to sell one of these candidates. You have to sell.
That's what I'm saying.
No criticism. Say this is why Nigeria choose this person.
Yeah, I know. It would have been Shower, but I have to discount Shower at this time because I know Shower would not receive the larger votes for him to become a presidential candidate. My second take would be Obi, and my third take would be Tinubu. But my fear, Tinubu would have become my second candidate, but I don't trust Shetima. Oh my God, I don't trust the man. For that fact, it will be Obi, then Tinubu perhaps. If Pankpaso could have formed an alliance, you see, over here, your man would have been enjoying. I mean, with Obi, they could have run the show, rule for 4 years. But I think he was too forward, too quick. So I end my talk there.
All right, Mr. Showore. I think Ajalago will be happy that he has found a partner that they will be fighting together on this platform. Anyway, thanks, man. Tiger in the City. We'll see you later on the show or tomorrow. Have a nice rest of the day. Playtown.
Yes, so my brother. How you do, brother?
Since you say Obi no be your candidate, say Konkoso.
You say make I say Konkoso.
You say Obi no be your candidate now.
Who said Obi is not my candidate? Who said?
Okay. 2 minutes. Sell Obi to where they never know Obi. Let me give you constituency where you go sell Obi to. Sell Obi to an average Kanuri person. Sell them to Shetima people. All the way far in Borono.
I'm far detached from Shetima. Anything concerning Shetima.
Yeah, that's why sell Obi there. That's their house. Sell it.
Okay, I would rather sell Obi to. Let me sell Obi to Nigeria because those are going to be his employers. So my fellow Nigerians, this is a man who is the youngest guy running among the 4 major candidates. He has shown tremendous strength, both in physical strength, both mental strength, and both strength of character. And this is the guy who has been governor, and this is the guy that has reached to the highest levels of private sector, and he has also been at the public sector. And this is a guy who's an administrator. And if you look at Nigeria right now, Nigeria needs an administrator, a leader, a businessman, and a consensus builder. He governed by consensus in Anambra. He pulled the stunts to govern with 95% of PDP in his House of Assembly. You have to have a consensus magic power for you to do that. So he's a consensus leader. This is someone that, as an APGA governor, he was the leader of the Southeast Governors Forum, made up of 4 PDP governors. He's the only APGA governor, and they elected him and re-elected him to rule for the entire 8 years of his reign in Anambra. He was ruling 4 PDP governors as Southeast Governors Forum chairman, and he was also the deputy chairman of Nigeria Governors Forum, the entire Nigeria Governors Forum, deputy chairman as an APGA, as a one-state party governor. So that means they must have seen something in him in leadership for those governors to always rally around him to lead them. And he was the only sitting governor from a tiny party that was an economic advisor to a president of an opposition party. There has never been a governor from any tiny party that was, as a sitting governor, an economic advisor.
You don't talk within We no follow, that's why. Anyway, thanks, Playtown. Hope you turn up again the next less than 3 hours to join one man show. Ajale Gogo.
Hey, Obi.
Oh, you get candidate. So
Maybe
Shewori
maybe
and Gogo.
round up. So maybe we round up now. Now
Yes,
round
so
up with it.
yes, say your
Okay.
candidate. Use the last 2 minutes, the next 2 minutes to say your candidate.
Okay. Everybody know where I stand.
Yeah,
And for
you
those
stand with
that doesn't know, Shewore is my candidate. And until Nigerians have a leader like Shewore that fight for the interests of Nigerian people, fight for the rights of Nigerian people, demonstrates it all the time on the street, using his platform, Sahara Reporter, to expose the huge corrupt practices by Nigerian leaders. This is the person that can fight for you. You need a fighter. Nigeria is a country that have been all the position of government have been taken over by criminal politicians. So to take your country back, they are the one that own your country. They have everything, every structure on which that country stand as a nation. Every structure that drive that country is being controlled by this politician and their cronies. So to take it back and work for Nigerian people, you need a fighter like Shewore. You see what happened in Brazil. Brazilian people have voted in President Lula. President Lula is coming back to give good governance to Brazilian people. They have tried it before, and they know that, that is the man that can manage the country well. So they voted him in to come back and rescue the nation. So Nigerian is looking for somebody to rescue Nigerian out of mess that we are going through. So Shewore all the way is the one. Let's try him and let's see how we can take our country back together. Thank you, Ovie. Thank you, everyone listening to us around the world. See you next time, Ovie. Good job.
Thank
Good
you
job.
very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ajale Koko. Thank you, everyone that show up today, from Ajale Koko to Rashana Mai, Babati, Taga in the City, Prestige, Man of Prestige, Playtown, everyone that actually show up today at Bartholomew. Before you go call TME Slap tomorrow, so I will make sure your name. Anyway, thank you guys for keeping the dates with the channel. I really appreciate you guys' contribution. And this is not just me, a lot of people who I have the opportunity to speak with after the show. They always tell me that you guys are actually doing a very remarkable job, and I appreciate that. For those on the comment section, from Tiger Don't Comment, Thomas, Ministable, so many people on the comment section, Oga and the rest, you guys are doing a wonderful job on that comment section. It's fun at times. At times when they laugh on the screen, nobody say it's not that I'm laughing at anybody's point or anything. But if you just look at the comment section, you just can't help it. So, and they're also making a very good point and suggestion. The argument there at times is more intense than on the screen. So, guys, please also pay attention, even if you are not watching it. What I do anytime where I know they watch and show is going on, I am not watching. And they always go back to the comment section, like from time to time, just to catch up or the things that we are not here. So That's one advantage of the comment section too. So guys, keep it coming, man. We really appreciate you, you guys' contribution. Thank you, thank you. Special thanks to the only Fulani man who, I mean, it's obvious. Anywhere they did, it dominates, and that's one thing I'm learning because we are small where we come from, and there's nothing wrong if we take over the country within the nearest future. And I think I'm learning lesson from Jafar, the concoursier himself. Anywhere they had it dominate, the man dominate the coffee section. Is it I love this China pass? I don't know. Well, it's others at this point that is very debatable. But what am I going to say? It's been very consistent. And not it's not that it's well, I don't mean financial power, but one thing I noticed about him in this space is that he actually nobody saying just a buy coffee. He does engage. He come on the show. He engage. So it genuinely want the show to continue and grow bigger. That was not saying that those who have not contributed yet or those who will not contribute at all are seeing the platform otherwise. But I'm just making it obvious what I'm saying here. So, Jafar, thank you for your support, and every other person so far who's still fighting. I will give this crazy hair guy money. Say it is not channel. Now I will give money. Well, why? Because I get crazy. It's not crazy. Anyway, thank you very much for today. It's really and very entertaining and educative section so far. I've learned, and I believe a lot of people have taken at least one thing away from today's show. As we all know, as we did do the journey go end for here now, but we go continue the journey again in the next 3 hours with one man with the latest breaking news. The news with me they bring this morning now, waiting pretty much happened like last night, right? One man will continue with the news that happened between this morning afternoon and the course of the whole day. So if you see, we are strategically covering what is happening in Nigeria every day, and at times, many times, we project what is going to happen, and most of the time, we get them right. So yes, thank you very much for spending the last 3 hours. I appreciate everyone. On that note, I say on our politics. See you guys later.